Been a while, but we return to Tomb of Annihilation.
Can anyone not see in the dark? Should we get some lanterns?
Who can't see in
I
the
cannot
dark?
see in the dark.
Silly
Oh.
Goliath.
You would appreciate a lantern?
Yes. I think I've got one in my section.
That was
Might
bright.
not be necessary.
That was bright.
Cool. Well then, how do you light the lanterns? Are they all oil or are there different types?
Most
I
lanterns are
think
oil,
they're all
yeah.
oil.
Alright. We should probably get some oil.
Yeah, I'm buying some of that as well.
All right.
Cool.
So we are handling everybody's purchasing stuff because it's been quite a while since we've played, and they are more than ready to hit the jungle, as it were. So why don't we go over it now, what everybody's doing, and then we can just do quick introductions afterwards. Let's get the bookkeeping out of the way, and then we'll jump right in.
I myself am purchasing a canoe. 5 things of insect repellent, each with 20 applications. I'll get an additional water skin. I'm sure there's a barrel somewhere I can get. I'm going to buy some tej. And a rain catcher.
How about everybody else?
Also extra chain. Don't worry about it.
I want to buy 3 water skins. I don't think we're going to need another rain catcher. I want to buy a potion of healing, insect repellent, 10 rations, 2 healer's kits, and a tent.
Okay, give me 1 second since you mentioned the potion. So you, when you go to buy the potion is not the normal listed market price. It is actually 80 gold.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, just so you're aware there. Does the rain catcher have a price listed? Cost 1 gold. Okay, yeah. Some things cost a little bit more because you're in a port city and this is the only place you can get it. Also, hey Shay, there are pets for sale if you want to go that route too.
You have to describe these pets to me.
There are flying monkeys, giant lizards, or hadrosauruses for 100 gold. An ankylosaurus, a Deinonychus, and a flying snake are 250. And if you have 500 gold, you can get a triceratops.
That's tempting.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just hire the guide and get a triceratops.
Oh yeah, we need to hire someone, don't we?
You do still need
500 gold.
You do still need to hire somebody.
What's her face? Should we just tell?
Bet
So
everything on banana candy and earn more gold.
You type in Hadro, and the first thing that comes up is Hadron Collider.
Checks out.
Ooh, Hadrosaurs are big.
That's the only. Oh yeah, that's the.
How much are they?
That is Frost with the host.
Hey, Frost.
Hey!
Come join us. Be a part of this game.
Join us, Frost.
Join us, Frost.
Why is that? Sorry, I get confused. A magnifying glass is 100 gold pieces.
GG, easy.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they really don't like you looking at things closely. Like,
I know.
you can buy a spike for a fucking 1,000 gold.
Hey,
Or
reflecting
you can buy a magic
mirrors.
item that give you the same effect for 500.
Reflecting mirrors is wizardry that we will not have. Execute the science witch.
How?
That's actually a good point. How come the magic? What was the thing that cost 500?
Eyes of the Eagle Eye.
That's magic.
Or glasses of the Eagle Eye, yeah.
I feel like it should. I don't know. Never mind. That just doesn't.
No, it's
Like, they're wearable too.
You don't actively have to use them. You can just look at things and you can see it miles away.
You can just look very dapper the entire time.
All right. So I have to do this math real fast to make sure I can actually get stuff. Are light crossbows more than what's listed, or is that just potions?
One sec. There are a couple things.
I'd imagine most things on the equipment list should be the same.
Well, don't assume that.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was like, huh, wait, weapon. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, well.
Sorry, the Freddy was much louder than I intended.
That's a good point. How loud are you, Caspo? Caspo, you're pretty low. I'm fine with you.
Oh, yeah.
So it says for the merchant prince who deals in weapons, shields, traveling gear, rain catchers, saddlebag. So the big thing about most of these places, the merchant princes have monopolies on all of the stuff, and if the certain shops answer to certain people. So this merchant prince sells non-magical weapons and shields of every kind, but most of the inventory consists of flint daggers, yikawas with wooden shafts and obsidian tips, and shields made of wooden frames with layers of reptile hide stretched over them. They also have some magical items which are for sale. But yeah, I assume that means, since there's no extra price on here, that those ones are normal. But they do also offer +1 ammunition per piece of ammunition. So an arrow that is +1 is 50 gold. If you want a +1 wooden shield, it's 450. If you want a +1 dagger or a +1 yikawa, it's 500. Also, yikawas are probably the best simple weapon you can buy for this game.
Yeah, what exactly is that, and/or how do you spell it?
It's a forward heavy spear like thing, but because it's forward heavy,
it's a very short hafted spear, kind of swordy spear. It's an African weapon. They look like this, but they are insane. They're insanely good in this game too. Where's our chat? Tomb. They look like this.
Oh, wait, no, I need to grab my phone again.
So you literally hold them overhand, and they have the big leather and wooden shield, and you make jabbing motions or stabbing motions with them, kind of like hoplites would. But they're very versatile, and they're simple weapons, so most people can use them, and if you put them in the hands of a monk, they are broken as fuck.
And he said the blades are made out of obsidian, right?
Yep.
There's metal in there, so a druid would be able to use those too.
But they do a D8. They do a D8 of piercing, and they can also be thrown.
Yeah, that's fucking tasty.
How much is 2 gold enough for 3 water skins?
You could get fucking 100. Also.
Okay.
Yeah, three water skins would be 6 silver.
Yeah, I don't know the ratios. Like,
It's 10 to 1. 10 to 1 for gold. 10 silver, 1 gold. I think.
No, there's electrum. There's electrum between those two.
Fuck electrum.
Portnine Zaru only deals in electrum.
Oh, fuck this. Never mind. People can keep going. I'm leaving.
oh wait.
Ren, are the water skins I bought, are they full or empty?
They would be empty. But you can fill them quite easily. This place has an abundance of water due to the constant rain. And Water's one of those things that they don't charge for because there's an abundance of fresh water in the city.
Okay.
So you can buy it empty, but fill it up at like one of the fountains or places where there's water. Is there any other shopping of note?
Healer's kit.
I have 2. I bought 2 of them.
Oh, you got
For
2?
me.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one for me.
I'll go
You
through
should probably
my
get a potion of
list.
healing too. With that 300 gold you got.
25.
Yeah, potion is 80 if you do it, hun.
2.
Okay.
Besides weird items, I'll just like most general equipment you can just add to your inventory, right?
Sorry?
Most like
Most of
normal
the
equipment, like I might as well just write that down, right?
yeah, it's all pretty much the same.
Okay, in that case, the only things I need to buy are an alchemist's kit, or alchemist supplies. Would there be any difficulty finding that?
A what?
Alchemist supplies. Oh, alchemist.
That I will
Oh man, he's gonna blow us up in the middle of the jungle.
That I'm gonna
Oh,
need to
yeah,
check
wait
on.
for my next list of shit.
Alchemist supply. Doesn't seem that there's a prince who has a monopoly on it. I think you're good.
Okay, on to the stupid shit. Would I be able to find a stable that offers either donkeys or mastiffs? Or
No.
their dinosaur equivalent?
Dinosaur equivalents, yes. You would be directed.
Okay.
You would be directed to a different district of the city. However, you would be told to go down to Tyrkees Anchorage. Because here you see there are the dinosaur pens.
And they're the same pets you listed off earlier for 100 gold or more, right?
Well, here's the thing. Let me pull that up so I can give you the propers. The dinosaur pens. Most of the beasts of burden in the city were trained out here, and they're penned up at night. Ankylosaurus and Triceratops are the most common in that role. Dinosaurs trained for street racing are also stabled here. Most Chult handlers have plus blah blah. It's not helpful. So yeah, if you wanted to buy them, basically it's those ones that I listed. Ankylosaurus, Deinonychus. They're drunk dinosaur gods.
Deinonychus.
I
Drunk
know.
dinosaur guy.
Drunk dinosaur gods. Deinonychus, Hadrosaurus, Triceratops.
Are we allowed to look at
Let me finish this question first.
Okay.
So, Hadrosaurus 100, Ankylosaurus, Deinonychus 250, Triceratops 500.
Yeah, I can't afford any of that. I was hoping I could either get a mastiff for 25 gold or a donkey for 8.
No, they do. There are. You've noticed since you arrived that there is a shockingly lacking number of horses because why would they need them when
Because
they have
dinosaurs eat them fucking all.
Well, that and why would they even need them? They have dinosaurs to do all that.
True.
Also, it's a jungle
Okay,
and they can move through a jungle
sorry.
better.
Yeah, and they can't move through the jungle as well as the thunder lizards can.
I would like to and I'm sorry, can you repeat what's available?
For what?
The dinosaurs?
The dinosaurs that are available are. As soon as I'm done rubbing my face, stop touching your face. Hadrosaurus 100 gold, Ankylosaurus, Deinonychus 250, Triceratops 500. I don't know why it always gets itchy when it's stream time. It's because they know people are watching.
What is this? What's the size category of the Hadrosaurs?
The what?
Size category
Hadrosaurus?
of a Hadrosaurus.
A Hadrosaurus is considered a large beast.
Okay. How big are canoes?
A Hadrosaurus will not fit in a canoe.
But can he transport said canoe?
I believe Hadrosauruses are swimming dinosaurs.
They're semi-aquatic, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need to worry about them fitting in a canoe, hun.
Do we want a Hadrosaurus?
It's a large bipedal herbivore.
I mean, as long as it doesn't eat me.
It's an
It's a herbivore.
As long as it doesn't mistake my feathers for plants.
It might eat you.
Bear in mind, we are buying an awful lot of crap, so some saddlebags and all that fun stuff on top of the Hadrosaurus wouldn't be that bad an idea.
You're a saddlebag.
Saddlebags and the
I suppose
players
I am a
handbook.
Goliath. I could. Saddlebags are 5 gold each, I think.
Yeah, it is possible that we can
We can
carry
also-
our own stuff because 1 barbarian, 2 Goliath.
True.
But
But
wouldn't it hurt to have a mount to
Something
help?
that can carry something bigger?
I mean, you have a Goliath.
Bear in mind that the Goliath also has perhaps the worst strength in the group. Maybe,
But
like with an exception of the wizard.
but you forget your own ability, powerful build, which lets you.
I'm well aware of powerful
Lets
build,
you
but-
double your carrying capacity, sir.
Yeah, even still, Shay would be able to carry out. So would be able to carry more than Faerun.
Yeah, but we could still
Much
put
more.
you to work.
The point is, like, the 2 of us are able to manage what we have if we want to.
Yeah. Yeah. A dinosaur would be well fun, but I'm not sure it's overly necessary just.
Everything.
Keywords
Someone, though.
are just yet.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think we really will be able to come back, though, would we?
Not for a trained one.
You technically can go back anytime you want. You don't have to stay out in the jungle the entire time. If you need to turn back to do stuff, you absolutely can.
Look, do y'all want a dinosaur or not?
I vote dinosaur just because it's cool.
We can name
Me
it.
too.
Well, I'm gonna name it.
She's gonna
Name
buy
it.
But I am open to suggestions.
Did you name it? It's gonna be real fucking hard when it's overboard.
Yeah,
Alright.
I was worried about the Mastiff. Like, one dinosaur gets a look at that thing and bam, we're down fucking 50 gold.
What?
I'm getting a herbivore. Look, I could get the Allosaurus.
You could get the Allosaurus, guys.
My last game, I made friends with the wild Allosaurus.
Which one? Oh, never mind. I'm good.
Alright, I'm getting the
Um,
Hadrosaurus.
Most of the stuff I'm getting, people like have already sort of said, but I just have written down, except for the crossbow and arrows, the healing potion, a healer's kit. Oh no, I think I got 2 healer's kits. Yeah. Grappling hook and some rope, and 3 water skins.
I'm also getting a shitload of pythons and a hammer, so
Okay.
we'll be able to climb up shit nice and easy.
Alrighty.
So I'm putting the 100 gold down on the Hadrosaurus.
I also have 46 gold left. But I think we still have to hire that person though, right?
Oh, yes, we do.
So I should say
EQ
that.
did say she might do work for us for free.
Big emphasis on
Yeah, as long as we stick to the true, like, you know, for the good of all.
He
So,
doesn't like me though.
wow.
My kind of people.
Yo, people.
Who doesn't?
Eku.
Eku.
Why not?
Cause I'm an archaeologist.
Oh, right. The digging up stuff.
The raping of her culture. So what's your guys' plans now that shopping is done? It's probably early morning now. After you've had some time to recover from nearly being eaten by an Okyug.
Real quick. Would I be able to borrow 8 gold off Toe? 8 gold, 7 silver, and 3 copper. Please.
Sorry, what?
Would I be able to borrow 8 gold, 7 silver, and 3 copper?
I'll give you 15.
Oh, how kind of you. Thank you.
Can I borrow 8 gold? Here's double. So quick, pay back the 8 gold you owe her and call it even.
Should we go find Eku and see if she's still willing to lead us through the jungle?
Who do you wish to take? There are no other people who are interested in others. I personally like Echo.
I'm okay with Eku.
I like her as well.
Cass is just standing there with their arms crossed.
Well, I mean,
What is-
this is the time to voice what you want, and there are plenty of other guides that you might all be able to agree on.
Yes, little one, it seems you are not fond of Eku. Why is
She calls my work pillaging the antiquity of Chult.
Well,
Isn't it?
technically it is. Was she overly hurtful when she said so?
She didn't say it. It's just in her thing,
I could tell from her eyes.
in her what's the word?
In her advertisement?
Advertisement. That's the word. Yes.
Well, perhaps you could keep your profession on the down low while with her.
Oh, I want to see how long that would last.
Yes, that would be well funny.
If you can't tell, I am very squishy, and she is very not.
I don't.
I mean,
she's
Eku's
a-
not a very buff woman. She,
Have you seen her portrait?
you might be
Pretty
thinking of Azaka.
Azaka is the. Speaking of, I'm gonna go find her.
You're going to waste more gold, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Eku wasn't very buff. She's pretty modestly dressed, and she wears robes. So it was Azaka who was the one who could rip you in half.
Even still, Eku was willing to go and punch that thing in the face.
She hit it with a stick.
One hit with a stick can move.
I'm gonna go with Toe.
Taking off with Toe, okay,
Yeah.
and leaving the two of you to chat. It's probably about this time that you all noticed that Kareem had slunk off as well, and the last thing they said after the Yug was kind of like, "Nope, fuck this shit, I'm out."
He's probably scared of the token he found upon his crossbow.
Basically, that's probably a good assumption.
So
Keep getting chills.
the 30-day upfront payment for most of them would be 150.
We can. All right. Good thing I have that.
I also have 46 if you don't want to spend all of it.
Yep, I have some left over still too.
Yeah, I almost got that potion and then I was going to, and then I was like, I'll handle it later. And then I didn't. I have 164 left.
Yeah, I have 46.
50 even.
That being
So,
said,
so what is our plan then, guys?
I personally liked the strong girl.
I just for RP's sake, I want to find Eku. If she's at her table, I'm gonna slap down 20 gold and sit down.
Eku?
Or not
You
Eku,
mean,
Azaka, sorry.
That's not fair.
Okay, so the two of you headed back to the Thundering Lizard, where you were told you weren't welcome. And
Until we dealt with the problem that was the problem, which we
It's
did.
dealt with, it's gone.
yeah, that's fair. Actually, both of you give me a perception check.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So when the two of you enter the Thundering Lizard, it's that kind of scene where like the entire cantina goes quiet, and they turn and look at you, and the bartender kind of squints for a moment, and then realizing that it's just the two of you, the music starts back up, and everybody goes back to their drinks, and it looks like everything's okay. And then you make your way over. Yep. And you make your way over to a table where Azaka is in fact still sitting, because she hasn't found any work to go out on another expedition just yet. And you slap down 20 gold, and she looks, and she crosses her arms, and she says, "Ah, you again. I didn't think you wanted to lose more money.
Let's just see how this goes.
Suit yourself. If you want to lose your money," and she puts out the arm. So, we'll do it the same way. Strength checks.
I want to interfere, but I'm not going to.
I need to find Azaka. Hold on. Azaka. That's just a handout. Stupid. There we go. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look over here. Wow.
You need like a divider.
No, I was joking. She wasn't looking.
As I was saying, a divider with like sound foam on it.
Well, the way we had her desk on Thursday was facing another way to make like an L shape, so I was within visibility. We were like, we could put up my black screen between us, but then I can't do things like this. Reach over and mess with her. I didn't like seeing myself on the side of her camera, so I was like, let's fix that. It looks weird. Okay, so the two of you lock arms, and you easily start to gain ground, and she says, "Oh, well, this might be more entertaining than last time." And then she pushes again.
Oof, okay.
Come on, Joe. Come on. You can do it.
I said,
It would be... Okay, yeah, you start to push her even further, and she grins.
Oh, that went twice. I'm sorry. It was delayed.
Oh, it did.
So no, she pushes me back up.
Yep, and you guys lock back up, and she kind of smirks and says, "Or maybe I was giving you too much credit."
It's still early.
Natural 20, I'll say it's 2 successes, and you go, "It's still early," and then you push really hard, and you catch her by surprise, and you slam her knuckles into the wood, and she smiles, and everybody kind of is like, when they look and they see her get beat, and she smiles, and she says, "Well, it would seem yesterday was just a fluke, or perhaps you were playing me. But you probably would have bet more gold if that were the case." And she sets down 20 gold for you. "I'm Azaka Stormfang. I'm very
Talisha.
impressed by what you were doing."
Talisha, it's a pleasure to meet another warrior, and I do extend to do the forearm class.
She goes, "Taluka, you son of a bitch." Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Ow.
Yep. Pleasure to meet a fellow warrior. And she laughs and she says, Warrior, I'm a guide. But if you need somebody to help you fight while in the jungle, then I am your woman. I can take care of myself and protect your weaker folk.
I think the weaker folk are still talking.
Well, leave the weaker folk to do the talking then. Are you looking for work?
Possibly.
Are you looking to hire me? That's the word. Are you looking for work? I need a guide. I'm hiring you. Pay me.
It's possible that might be the case. I know some of my group does like you.
Oh,
Myself
are they
too.
cute?
Trying to raise my hand a little bit.
Huh.
And she kind of wiggles her eyebrows.
I'll wink.
This might not be a bad gig. Well, as you know, no doubt you read my flyer, I'm willing to waive the payment if you help me with something first.
The mask in your paper.
That's right, my mask. I want it back. I'm not happy that it got taken from me. I believe we mentioned this before. We talked last tonight. The Terrafolk. You all kind of shied away at the mention of giant winged bird people. Have you changed your mind?
I personally don't care about giant winged bird people. They don't sound too...
Oh, you'll care as you're falling to your death. But,
Oh, then I'll just drag them with me.
I suppose.
I can rip their wings off and use them as a kite.
All right, then.
I like the way you think.
Well, Firefinger first, then. And then I'll guide you to wherever you need to go.
Alright. I'll go speak with the others who aren't here.
Very well, I'll get my things together. Meanwhile, we pan over, and what are Cass and
So, Cass,
Therion doing?
Have you heard of such a thing called an enduring spellbook? In my studies, while trying to research this death curse, I stumbled upon, well, merely the name of such a thing. It might be useful for you.
Have I heard of it?
You can make an Arcana check.
Sure. Okay. Arcana.
Yeah. That does sound familiar. An enduring spellbook. I have to.
And she's saying this, or they're saying this.
Yeah, I have the brief idea, but I'm just gonna quick peek. Of course, it doesn't go straight to D&D Beyond when I Google it. Why would it go there? The spellbook, along with anything written on its pages, can't be damaged by fire or immersion in water. It doesn't deteriorate with age. So it is just an especially durable spellbook. Can't be burned or ruined by water or the passage of time.
You're muted.
No, that was me faking talking. That was just Rin being
Oh.
me for a second.
I was wondering.
I got it.
Well done.
Yeah, I was just like, blah, 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 blah. I was thinking about doing noises, but then I didn't want to, like, interrupt. So I was just like,
It seems especially useful as we're going into what I can only assume is a very damp environment.
It's quite moist.
Wizards have spellbooks, right? Like,
Yes.
I'm not. Okay.
Yeah.
The only one.
Yeah.
You are required to have a spell book in order to use your magic.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Well, not use your magic, but if you want to ever get your magic back, you have to study how to do your spell
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. every morning, if you want to change spells, you have to study it from the spellbook.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that does sound that does sound useful. And if we could always, from what I remember, the one lady, the strong lady, I don't remember her name still.
Strong
And
lady.
I actually do remember her name. That's just Cass not remember.
Azaka sneezes further down the city.
If we do stop messaging me. If we do the little task that she wants us to do, we won't have to pay for anything.
Your gold would be good to, do as
Use
it's meant
towards
to
that.
be spent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you could just spend the gold on her.
Yeah.
It's merely an idea. I myself cannot buy you this item as I am poor. But
Wait, how much is
I've been thinking. No idea. We'd have to inquire. That's a magic item.
Acquiring
Yeah.
binds what to know.
It's a common
I
magic
might
item.
not even be
Might
able
be a
to
bit
afford
easier.
it. Knowing me. Oh. Oh wait. No, I'm 4 away. It says 50 gold. I don't know if it's higher though here.
For what?
To buy an enduring spellbook in Chult.
Oh, did you want to inquire about finding one? We can do that.
I'd like to inquire about many magic items, please.
Oh, the magic items, you say. Hold on. Let me find them for you.
Oh wait.
Prepare to pay out the ass.
I have no gold, so it will be sexual favors.
Well, I mean, we'll just start piling up that sexual harassment page.
True. Maybe there's a reason it was found today.
Yep. Alright, where's Wakanda? There we
Oh
go.
wait, that was just a normal spellbook that I was looking at. Oh yeah, then I probably most definitely can't afford it.
So Kanga is the only arcane spellcaster among the merchant princes, longtime friend of Syndra Sylvain. Dandy, blah 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 blah. Deals in knowledge, information, lost lore, potions, scrolls, knows blah 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 blah. Kanga has monopoly on these items in Port Nyanzaru. Minor magic items. See the magic items for sale table. Where's his magic items for sale table? See magic items for sale table, and it doesn't give me a table. 1 second. Potions, scrolls, special items, magic items for sale. Anything?
No, that's sketchy. I'm not gonna press that button.
No, press the button.
No, it was like press allow to ensure that you are not a robot, but the URL was really weird, so I was like, no thanks.
Yeah. Kanga, why do you not have what I need? Let's see here.
Oh
What
my
about-
god, it's the same thing. No thank you. Not doing that today.
Okay, I think I have an idea here. So most of his stuff is marked up by like an additional 20%. But so the two of you go, and when you start looking into magic items, you're told that only the trade prince himself sells them, and so you're directed to the villa of trade prince Wakanga Otamu.
And that's the dude we get a discount from because we know whatever her name is.
So when you meet Wakanga, he's very friendly and open to negotiating with you all, especially at the mention of knowing Syndra. And so he's willing to... the conversation basically goes like this. He says, got you a deal. No, I don't think I can properly make a deal without it looking bad for me in the future. Other people will want discounts. And he kind of like
I'm sorry,
rolls.
friend. I must interrupt. But that is a most glorious beard. It behooves me that my kind cannot grow such masculine.
I could sell you a belt that might help with that.
Fascinating. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Yes. I am willing to offer a trade, however, knowing that Sindra has sent you out into the world. She is a good friend. I would be willing to trade you this enduring spellbook that you are after, on the off chance that you bring me any spellbooks that you find along the way in your journey. Normally I would be willing to pay for these, but as long as you bring me at least 2 back, I will call our trade even.
In that time, would our dear Cassie be allowed to copy spells from them before returning them?
Copying spells destroy the spell the spell page.
Do they?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with spellbooks.
I thought they duplicate them.
No, sorry,
They just
that's the
transfer-
scrolls. That's
Yeah.
the scrolls I'm thinking of. He shrugs. He says, "I do not care what you do with your own spell book. That is how wizards, those of our trade, operate. And if you find a spell book, then the owner likely is not there to object anymore."
Yeah, I can do that.
Very fair.
No, you have to pay me for each spell you copy down before you give it to me.
Make sure this is just for your knowledge.
You can't tell them anything out of character. You're not there.
Okay. I mean, it's common, so I'm sure they know. But well, I don't know if they know. But it's just character stuff, or not class stuff.
I'm sure Cass knows exactly what a wizard needs to do.
Cass might, but this one might not.
If you do buy the enduring spellbook, you'd have to transfer all of your spellbook components over to it, which would cost you a fuckload of gold.
Yes. Now, Shay, you can say what you were gonna say.
All that.
All that.
What she was getting at is you'll need to be able to transfer all of your existing spells to that spell book, which means having to utilize the scribing rules for transferring spells onto the book, which means it takes days and ink and money and paper.
Well,
I need
you
good
have
paper.
You have the paper from the book, so.
Yeah, you can copy it onto the spell book. I don't care about that so much. But you'll need good paper. I'm willing to trade for so much paper.
Well, I can just keep mine and then keep
And
that one and just write any new ones in there.
yes, you can, but you just keep in mind that you still need to have the material components to copy spells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
special inks and whatnot.
What?
Is it
No.
special ink?
Mm-hmm.
It is a special ink, yeah.
Oh.
Special ink. Special.
It boggles my mind that, like, wizards cop so much shit when sorcerers can just go out and fucking cast spells.
Until they need to buy their components.
Wizards are more versatile, that's why.
True.
I have cartographer's tools.
Doesn't count. You need to have
I know.
your special wizard gear. I mean, you would have basic stuff on you anyways, just from getting started. So, but yeah, keep in mind that if you want to start adding stuff, you need to have the required pieces to do so. But for now, he's willing to offer you a deal to get you that spell book.
Yeah, I mean, it can only help me in the future.
And he smiles and he says, "And if you do not bring back anything, I will have your legs broken. Have fun!" And the guards usher you out.
Dang, I was hoping to inquire about a few more items.
Nope. He ushers. No. What do you want?
You cut out. I just heard
Well-
you'll have your legs broke, and then
Oh, he said have fun, and then you got ushered out. But no,
Well, we've
what
got
else do you want?
the audience of such a generous individual with a fantastic beard.
Please,
What
if you
I
wanted to
inquire,
suck my dick, we can go backstage.
You are the trade prince for a reason, because you are very tempting. But for now, I've heard of such a thing named a candle of the deep. It is awfully common, but it's a fire that can be lit underwater, or rather, withholds its flame underwater.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by bid drops. Candle held underwater. What?
Candle of the deep. If you immerse it within water, it retains its flame. I'm not sure of how many underwater adventures we might find in the jungle, but you never know. Specifically, like a price for such an item.
Yeah, now I gotta look it up. Hold on. Candle of the deep. Deep. Bringing up all this shit I've never heard of before.
Well, be glad. The next magic item I'm going to bring up you've totally heard of, because Kelsey had one.
I don't believe you.
She fucking did have one. The whole of collapsing. Yeah, she used that all the time.
She used it never.
Well,
Why does
shit,
a druid
she
even
used that
know
all-
what? Why does a druid even know what these are?
Because I had a lot of time to research in Waterdeep as I was coming to Chult. And when I say a lot of time, I mean like 3 months or
Alright, where are you? Candle
My
of
internet
Invocation.
has started working again.
I see Candle of Invocation. Where's Candle of the Deep? Fuck.
It's on D&D Beyond. It's technically in Xanathar's, I should say. That might not have made it into, the Chult.
No, I just need like the general price range of it. Common. Oh, these are all common that you're looking for, huh?
Yes.
Okay. He's willing to sell any of the items that you're looking for 150 each.
Very generous friend. Unfortunately, I do not have the money on me right now, but that might be an investment for the future when next I return.
Perhaps I will get my dick sucked. Oh, okay.
Well, now you know that's
might.
an option. He said it. He said it
Now
was
you know.
canon.
Now
It's
you
an
know it's
option.
an option. He grabs the scruff of your bald Goliath head.
As we're ushered out, Faerun's kind of like, I can't help but think he was into me. Do you not agree?
What? Sorry.
She's still on the dick sucking. Leave her alone.
She's
So I was-
traumatized already.
I was reading.
But yeah,
What
that
did
being
she say?
done, that's all I've got on my list of shit to do. So back to find the others, I suppose, unless Cass has anything fun.
No, I think I'm good.
Cass, you totally should go find the one shit-talking lady and recruit her. Everybody recruits a different guide. You all show up with
sorry.
guides.
We all just go to different people.
Yeah, in that case, I go and find the albino dwarf because I like the idea of the Hand of Moradin.
I mean, you didn't bring that up with anybody.
I told it to them multiple times.
Not during the discussion this morning, or during the session.
Yeah,
not this morning.
it's been a while. I don't remember a lot.
Alright, so the two of you head back. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. So the two of you...
Also, her camera froze up in a beautiful fucking position.
It did.
What?
She's mad.
Kay's camera
Yeah,
froze.
Kay's camera froze.
Oh no.
Just permanent duck face.
She mad.
Oh, and she's gone. Well, we'll hold on while we fix this.
Making sure everybody else is moving up. Yeah, you are.
No, only yours.
Oh,
well, mine got
no.
messed up too.
Oh no, you're fair. Oh hey. I can also be on Rin's screen if I wanted to.
One's more zoomed in than the other. That's weird. Oh, I gotta watch out for her to come back, don't I? He took a screenshot of it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
While she's gone, I'm gonna grab a few more beers.
Sure.
Grab me a couple too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We got some in the
Just pat them
fridge.
through the monitor.
I have a full
Bottom of the door.
Oh right, yeah, I saw this.
I'll grab us some while we're waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, alcohol.
Yeah,
What
if
do you
my
want?
husband was awake, I'd send him for some for me, but he's not awake.
Which one?
The purple one, blackberry. Thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm.
What secrets do you see?
I don't have that screen up right now.
I'm waiting for it.
There's no fun.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I heard you.
What?
I hear you.
Okay.
Kinda.
Hi.
Wait, everything froze? Everything froze? Are you back? I'm just waiting for you to...
My messages are just currently sending right now because I guess my internet kicked back for like 2 seconds.
Oh.
But okay, I think it's back for now. Do I sound all robot-y?
No, you sound fine.
Okay, then I'll have to rejoin the Zoom meeting. But
Yep.
what
I'm
do you
keeping
call it? My mom said worst thing is if it happens again, she'll let me use her hotspot. So
Ugh.
yeah.
Might have just been a little hiccup.
Might have just been a hiccup.
I mean, it's been happening a lot recently. She had to call the internet guys yesterday because it wasn't working.
Oh, that
What
sucks.
provider?
Like, I think it's My Connection. They suck.
My Connection? I've never even heard of that.
It's like a local one that like basically has a monopoly over our town.
Oh.
Never fun.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, that. You joining back in... made the
I joined
cameras
back
all-
in my spot.
No,
Oh,
it made
no.
the cameras all funky.
Oh.
Hold on. I think I can close that and it'll fix it.
It shows me
There we
in
go.
my spot.
No, it was I had to have the invite screen up, so it pushed everything to the side.
Oh.
Okay. Wow, he is taking a long time to get that beer.
Hey, 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 hey. We can do that
I need
now.
to close my door.
We can do that now.
My brother's being like.
Darn loud people.
It's me.
It's mine.
Hey, what's this? I would love to play Brawlhead sometime.
Then do it.
Echo's here.
Well, he gets back just in time for her to step away again.
I was thinking about something different, so I got myself an Uzo.
I have returned.
I don't even know what an ouzo is, but it looks delicious.
I can assure you it is not.
Then
Oh,
why are you drinking it if it is not delicious?
why would you choose to get it?
Oh. For most people, it is not delicious, but I fucking love it. It's aniseed booze, so licorice booze.
Oh, I
You
like
said ouzo?
licorice.
Hard
Yeah,
pass.
Uzo. O-U-Z-O.
No, I
They have
like.
that in Greece all over the place.
No, dude, I love licorice. Licorice is amazing, especially black licorice.
Mm-hmm. Uzo's
Shay,
fucking delicious.
Shay and I found black licorice tea, and I am in love with that. Like, I normally don't drink tea, but that
Oh, I just love tea.
Yeah. But it was good stuff. Kay is typing.
She frozen again.
Everybody's being robots. Oh, she's frozen again.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Kay is not amused. Alright, let's get
I
a
am a robot.
let's get a screenshot of that one too.
I don't hear. Everybody sounds fine on my end.
No, it's her internet's acting up.
Also, I came up with a name for our Hadrosaurus,
Hadrosaur.
or a potential name, Aluscaris.
It's not Banana Candy 2 Electric Boogaloo.
What?
It's not Banana Candy 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It translates to water dancer.
I like mine better.
But I can't double up on Jungle Princess
It's Banana Candy 2 Electric
or
Boogaloo.
Banana Candy.
You literally double up on it because there's a 2 in the name.
Ah. It doesn't translate.
Hello.
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 Hi. So I think I'm gonna really quickly connect to my mom, so I might just.
Yeah, that's fine. We're taking our break super early.
Oh, I could name him Cherry Picker.
Cherry picker.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You're still frozen.
What do you guys think, Cherry Picker or Aluscaris?
Cherry picker.
I like
Cherry
cherry
picker.
picker because I can actually pronounce it.
I knew that was coming.
I like cherry picker for sexual harassment reasons.
It checks out.
It's like constantly sticking his
So,
toe under the skirts of people.
Is cherry picker
Cherry
slang
picker's
over there for something sexual, like rock spider is over here?
I know it's a truck,
I'm
but
aware of that too.
cherry is definitely has sexual connotations, like all over the place.
Hmm.
It's taking a girl's virginity. It's referred to as
Fair.
popping their cherry.
Also,
Cherry picker.
Also, if you're able to tie the stem with your tongue, then you're not a virgin.
I guess I'm a virgin because I can't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
I was like, that doesn't check out at all.
That's the little thing, the myth.
Mm.
Whew.
Fair enough.
Are we all
See, we learned something here on D&D.
are we all back in good then?
I am.
I should be. I connected to the hotspot, so.
Alrighty, well, let's kick it, as the kids say. So, Faerun and Cass, the two of you make it back to the Thundering Lizard. And just like when the first two entered in, everybody kind of stops and stares at you all. Make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Thurian walks in like, I'm not saying I'd do it, but for the sake of a discount, shit,
Yeah.
You shouldn't have come in talking.
Yep.
I'm too distracted.
Yeah, you're completely oblivious to.
And Cass is just like, uh-huh.
Yeah, but Cash, you're quick to notice that they seem to relax when they notice that who they were expecting to be there wasn't there. But they go back to their business and everything seems to kind of settle in. And you notice that that Toe and Valk are next to a pretty strong lady.
Cass strolls on over.
Thurian gets a round of beer, then strolls on over.
You bought enough beer for everybody?
I did get a keg of Tej, but I don't tell that to anyone.
That's her Tej.
That's my Tej.
Well, Azaka looks up and says, "Ah, the Taki ones.
Yep. These are the talky ones.
Well, it would seem that we are ready to be going. I will give
Are you two okay with going to find a mask? A mask?
Yeah. Might
What
be
is
other
the-
interesting things there.
Quite possible. What is the significance of said mask?
It is
Why
important.
do you require it?
It is of cultural and personal significance to me. It was stolen by the Terrafolk, and I want it back.
Very understandable. I'm more than happy to do said thing.
Are Terrafolk considered monsters? Are they in my guide to monsters?
I think you checked last time.
Yeah, you checked last time and they were.
Yeah.
Were they?
I don't know.
They might have been. Hold on.
I can't
Terrafolks?
find my first session notes, and that's annoying. But I don't think we talked to her first session, so.
I would say that yeah, they did end up in there. So this is for you.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it. They're humanoid pterodons.
Yep. You also there is also a really nice sketch of them in there. Here you go.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Oh, that's
They're
lovely.
creepy.
Cute.
They're 10 foot tall.
Yep, I have that written down. Okay,
Is that
wait, I'll
standing
write
up
that
straight?
That is standing upright. Yeah. So it's probably about 8 hunched.
Does your book detail their flying ability? Is
Oh,
it consistent, or must they land every now and then?
Yes.
Or rather, flying in short bursts?
That's one of the great things they got rid of in 5th edition. There used to be different methods of, or different flying abilities, where you could have like good, average, or clumsy flying, and it determined how well that a flying creature could maneuver. Because if they were flying, they had to fly in straight lines or do turns. But that doesn't exist in this anymore. They can just fucking go any which way they want. They can
Yeah.
hover.
They can fly circles around you and
They can-
shit on you.
Yeah, they can VTOL at will. It doesn't matter. Physics be damned. They got 50-foot move, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Have you been
Hmm?
back? Have you been back to this place?
By
Since-
myself? No.
Have you gone with other travelers that have tried?
She kind of looks for a moment. No.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm on that
I would've
one.
said that too.
No.
I believe her.
Shit.
Hold on. Let's see here. Ah!
Yeah, I believe her.
Oh, sorry. That is not hers. That's the Terra folks.
Yeah, that's
They are not good liars, apparently. It's probably not going to be much better. Hold on. Zaka. Yeah, it's an 8. She has an 11 charisma, so she's getting there. Just not quite where it needs to be. Yeah, everybody but Toe kind of picks up on it. There's a bit of hesitation there, and like as you're all just kind of are like, and she's like, okay, so maybe I tried to get one group to go, and it did not go well. They did not heed my advice, and they tried going in there unprepared, and well, it is a long way down from Firefinger.
And what would your advice be, so we know? So you're not screaming it while we're trying to go into battle.
Do not go over the edge.
That's good
And
advice.
wait.
all you regard, because that seems fairly basic in terms of guidance.
And they are layering inside of the lighthouse tower. You will have to be careful. It is a long way down.
So did they not listen, or were they pushed over the edge by these Terrafolk guys?
Oh, they were not pushed.
Picked up and
They were
dropped?
grabbed.
She kind of nods grimly.
And is there, and I mean, I guess we could talk about it on the way there, but is there any
We will be
Other-
traveling for quite a while. We can talk and walk.
One thing before. You require payment up front, yes?
Not if you are getting my mask.
Okay then. I will perhaps go purchase some potions of healing then. I will be right back. I will meet you guys.
Is our group pretty enough to your standards?
northeast? Okay, that's where it is. Oh wait, there's a compass down there. Sorry.
Kind of considers for a moment, and you see her eyes linger over both Valk and Cass for a minute. Yes, I think it will do.
Can I insight
You're
check
not.
that?
You're not there. Don't be offended.
No, that's fine.
You said you left.
You got that dinosaur, didn't you? Did you actually buy the dinosaur?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be offended. You have a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Are the
Now,
Terrafolk can still evil against the land? If so, we might be able to convince Iku into coming along for free.
She kind of blinks and she says, "I certainly think so."
Thinking 2 guides are better than 1?
Yes. Considering Iku saved our ass not a day ago, I'd say it's not a horrible idea.
Well, normally I would be opposed to such an idea, but if I am not getting paid, then it will not matter much to me.
That brings up an interesting question. As you are actively at constant competition business-wise, do many guides not get along?
Why would we not get along?
You are at active competition constantly.
It is business. We all work for the trade prince. There is no reason to sabotage another, or we would be punished when we return to the city.
You say that, yet there is at least
Salida
one
does that
person
all
who
the time.
advertises nothing. Exactly.
She kind of spits as
She
she says,
advertises nothing but slang.
Salita is all talk. She would not be able to guide her way out of a wet paper bag.
Who? Salita? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So you're calling her a cat?
No. I would not defame cats in such a way.
I like her.
Well, yes. I'm sorry.
Y'all should go hire Salita. It'll be hilarious.
If I had gold, I'd be doing that right fucking now.
So are we just shooting the shit, waiting for Toe to get back?
I think so.
And then we're gonna go try and find
What's your
Andrew.
favorite kind of cat?
Tiger.
White?
What kind of tiger? If I remember correctly, there are several kinds.
It does not
Might back
matter.
that up with a
It does not matter. All tigers.
I feel like while everyone is having like just like a normal conversation, Cassius comes in and is just like, so are there any other threats we need to think about along the way?
The undead. There are many undead. Many Chultans have died and risen. Many non-Chultans as well. Foolish
And I
people
had-
who go into the jungle unprepared.
I had possibly gathered that they were attracted by noise.
Of
Would that be
course.
Okay.
Try not to scream as much.
Have you
Screaming's when you have a good time.
I did not hear your question, Max.
Have you been in Chult for quite
My
some
whole
time?
life.
Specifically, longer than 5. Ah, very good. Are the undead a constant problem, or is it only arising as of late, within the last 2 years?
That is a specific question I have to look up because I think they've been around for a long time.
So just specifically out of character, that's a question to say, like, is it because of the Soul Monger that they're coming
No,
back?
it is not.
or-
It is not Soul Monger related.
Okay, cool.
No, this is a long and constant threat.
You have beautiful eyebrows. Do you wax or thread?
Natural.
Don't worry, I'm picking back.
Meanwhile, Toe is standing outside the door picking her teeth.
Yeah, that's all I needed to do. I'm ready now. I wanted to go find the husband of the guy.
Again?
I'm just gonna offer my condolences.
Okay.
Oh, I feel okay. I feel self-conscious.
Make a survival
Never
check,
mind.
please, to find him.
I don't need to now.
Make a survival check to find him. Okay.
21?
There's too many sides. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Okay, you don't do that. What are you doing?
There's too many sides.
What are you doing?
I just go get a couple healing potions.
Okay. So they're 80 gold apiece. You're buying 2?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need.
What is everybody else doing?
I'm just chatting up Azaka.
Yeah. Thinking piss with Azaka.
Okay. So, Toe has come back with 2 potions. And are you all ready? Is there anything else you need to do?
I'm just
Heading
going to
out.
mark off the rest of my syllable. I can't help but think we would have, hammered the beers.
Have we slept since the last,
You rested the night before. It's about midday now.
when do we want to head out? Now? In the morning?
It is midday. We could make some headway. Are we traveling by foot?
I think we got a canoe.
Ah, excellent. Well, that will make things faster for us.
They also have a Hadrosaurus now.
She raises an eyebrow and she says, "Oh, well, it will not fit in the canoe, but it can swim."
Yes, that is why I picked them.
Well, that is good.
Cherry Picker is a noble creature.
Indeed. Well, if you want to get started, we can.
Were there any of those other interesting people around that we should... Well, I guess first, are any of them around?
Define interesting people.
Before everyone got kicked out, you said there were there were different people in the bar?
The guides?
Yeah, they were the guides. He was describing the guides.
There was also some other things, but yeah.
Well, tell me what you're looking for so I can help.
I think there was an orc lady and another person who I don't think were guides, but I'm not sure.
Well,
You had just pointed them out.
Okay, make a perception check. Okay. You do, in fact, see that there is a half-orc woman in breastplate that is sitting over in one corner looking over some papers and eating her lunch.
Can I see a map of Chult?
Do you have a map of Chult on hand?
Someone does.
I have the incomplete one.
Yeah, let me see if it's in handouts.
Yeah, it is.
Are you
It is in
asking?
handouts.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you asking Cass to show you the map?
Yes. Can we see the map?
Yes. Just don't rip it.
And she unfurls the
Do you
map.
have
It's
a
a
map
very,
case? Do
it's
you
a
not?
very precious thing. Make sure you just don't do anything to it.
Do you have a map case? Do you not?
I don't think I do, actually.
Why didn't you get a map case?
I'll get one on the way out.
That's a good point.
Okay,
On their way out.
Rather cheap if I remember correctly.
They're cheap.
Anywho, the map is unfurled, and you see.
So we are here.
And keep in mind that this map is not facing north.
This
This one is.
The
It was
map,
the city
yeah,
map.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
city map.
Keep in mind that this one
Okay.
is facing north, unlike the city map, which is a big
Yes.
fat lie.
Let's see. We are here.
You're in Nyanzaru.
There seems to be 2 rivers. One goes. I assume these little pitchforks and shovels are mines.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Mesro, a Port Castiligar, and a Tasmaha.
It's
Mwahaha.
Ataz Mwahaha.
Where is your fire finger?
And she says, "Here, this is Firefinger." And she points to a spot on the map that she showed you the day before, but it's been
Yeah,
a
I know
while.
it was to the northeast.
Well, it's been a while, so I'm just
Yeah.
refreshing. 'Cause,
Yeah.
so she says it would be here, and she marks it.
Yeah. Right along the river.
Wait, I
What
don't see a
is-
mark.
What is this other river?
There you go.
Ah, I see.
What is this?
Wait.
What is this righteous vengeance in Umbala?
Southeast.
Seems to me that it runs along a river, though, specifically
does.
the river. That's very fortunate.
Yes, it will make getting there quite easy, and we will see Firefinger before we reach it. It rises over the canopy.
That's also right by Mesro. I wanted to check that place out.
Well, if you wanted to look at Mesro, I can show you the way afterwards.
Very well.
Right by is a funny word for 5 miles away, but yes, technically it is.
Well, each hex is 10
Map-wise.
miles, sir.
Oh shit!
Are
So
we ready to go?
it's like you were close, but not by much.
What's an
Yeah, sorry, I
Umbala?
was going up Matt Goebel's, like 1 day's travel per hex, which works out to be like, what, fucking 3 miles.
What's an Umbala?
Imbala is a city.
So there's Mesro. So the squares are all cities.
They are settlements, yes.
Didn't someone say that there was something or someone there that could help us find what we're looking for?
I'm pretty sure somebody gave some information to Faerun.
Who then just told everybody?
I'm hoping he wrote down his notes.
I kind of think I didn't, but let's see. Unless we're talking about
Which place?
Crackhammer.
No, we weren't talking about Crackhammer.
Shit.
No.
What place are we talking
Yeah,
about?
because you told Oren to make sure to write it down. And then he told you.
We're referring to Camp Righteous.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
wait. Camp Righteous is what you're talking about?
We are not.
Nope.
You are not?
Hmm.
That's all my notes. Sorry, guys.
Wait, so which place are we speaking of?
I don't think
Sorry.
anyone knows.
The only
Oh.
one who would know doesn't remember.
I think you were speaking of Umbala.
Mala, I don't have anything written down. I have stuff about Camp Vengeance and Camp Righteous.
Umbala is very
Yeah, so-
far. From Mesro. Where exactly are you all going?
Someone mentioned something about someone who could help us find what we were looking for.
But what are you looking for?
Soul Monger.
That does not tell me much.
As you seem like a trustworthy individual. As of late, a death curse has been ravaging those recently brought back to life.
Oh,
They've been
I thought that was just a
decaying.
plague.
Sorry, you cut out. What was that?
I thought that was just a plague.
It
Unfortunately,
is-
no. It is much more sinister. There is a powerful magic item in the works named the Soul Monger, and presumably powerful individuals powering it. Thus, we're trying to stop whatever these individuals are doing and either destroy or reclaim the magic artifact to allow our resurrected friends actual lifetime.
It apparently is enough to cause gods to inform their clerics that something is not right.
Hmm. That is something concerning, yes.
Very.
So we are going into the jungle to look for this. Is that what we are doing?
It is supposedly
Yeah.
somewhere hidden here. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Unfortunately, we know not where.
well, I imagine that if we travel deep enough into the jungle, we will either die or find something of use.
That is the hope.
Such optimism. I
I
like
am
you.
a realist. We don't know what direction we're going, but you want to go to Mesro, and then you want to go to Umbala. So it is a long journey, and as long as we recover my mask, I am doing it all for free. So I am excited. Let's go.
Alright. So we will start with River Tiriki.
Right. The canal leads right out onto the river, so once we are ready, we can canoe up, you can ride your dinosaur, and we can be on our way.
Yes.
Or it
Sounds
can
good.
ride behind us.
Oh, that's right. I can ride on while he swims.
Mhm. So,
Then please guide the
Max,
boy.
I genuinely do not know how much blasting powder costs because that is not a thing in this inventory. So,
It's on D&D Beyond.
oh my god, D&D Beyond does not always have legitimate stuff. They have homebrew content. Is there a price listed?
Technically,
it
I
would've
could
come
make the
with-
same thing out of a less powerful version with flour, and
Yeah.
flour is cheap as shit.
Listen, I'll give you baking soda and peroxide. You can mix the two together and shoot Caltrop volcano blast at them.
Okay, I'll do that next time I go.
Oil. How much is
It does not have a cost, sir.
Flour was just under the tradesman rules, isn't it? In the
I was looking at your blasting powder.
right, yeah.
So when I look up flour, it brings me different things for four-armed people, so that doesn't help. Flour. Save the mill. Kitchen storage. Blah. Trade goods table. Flour.
Yeah, same shit.
Why you always gotta make it difficult? Just be a druid. You're not a fucking engineer. A pound of flour.
I'm an alchemist and an herbivore.
A pound of flour is 2 copper. Or you could buy a chicken and be a real druid.
Should you say buy a chicken?
Yes. For 2 copper.
I might.
someone actually buying a chicken?
You could also buy a pound of ginger or a goat for 1 gold piece.
Do I actually have these options, or have we already left the city?
You guys haven't told me where you're going yet, so you haven't left the city.
We're going to Firefinger.
You guys are ready to hit the road. I have asked if there was
Yes.
anything else before you guys left, and
Then he said something about his boom powder.
yes. So we hadn't left because we're trying to wrap up his mad science druidness.
Yes. And then after that, we'll be ready to go.
Yes.
All right. Are you buying any of this wacky shit that your druid somehow knows how to do?
Yeah, can I buy 5 bags of 20 caltrops each?
Sure.
Oh, wait, no, not caltrop. 2 bags of 1,000 ball bearings. And 5 bags.
This is starting to get into like an engineering thing that I don't think druids do.
Look, he's never seen this stuff before. He's fascinated with it.
I know. That's why I'm wondering where this druid learned how to make explosives.
Hey,
Like-
a lot of people make.
No, it's fine.
Flour.
It's fine.
Bread.
You're just PETA. You're an eco-terrorist. I get it.
Look, volcanoes are nature. They explode.
They erupt, but okay. Anywho, so the druid is growing a nice mustache and is going to wear a hoodie, and they're going to blow up a government building later. But
I'm not growing that mustache yet. I still have to suck some dick for that.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
You have to get that lotion thing. I don't know.
Well, you know what? The rain catcher is not necessarily necessary. I forgot I can create or destroy water.
I already did it.
Yeah, it is already bought. No
It was a
refunds.
gold.
That's why I
It was.
took-
Yeah.
It was just a gold.
No refunds.
We have a backup, so
You're
that's
good.
it.
You're good. You're good. You're golden. All right. So, that being said, we have to cover the fun details of overland map travel. Chapter 2. The expedition begins.
Do we level up?
What? No. All right. So, the important things for you guys to know while we're in this, using the player's map of Chult, we get to identify the hex that the players are currently located. Wait, Nyan's Arrow. Boop. That's not showing because it's on my GM overlay. Boop. That's you in Nyan's Arrow. Oh. Ha. Okay. Should I use part of the location by pointing at the appropriate hex on the map? The players determine. So, you guys get to determine what direction you want to go and whether the party plans to move at a normal pace, a fast pace, or a slow pace. You get to decide who will be your navigator. The navigator makes a wisdom survival check. Or I get to make a wisdom survival check on the navigator's behalf to determine if the party becomes lost. We were doing it wrong in the other game. But we also had stuff that rigged it in our favor. Barbarians plus Rangers make you never get lost. It's incredible. I think it was the elk totem and then the Outlander, where it's like, we just don't get lost. And it's, anyways, so you guys decide who is going to be your navigator, which is probably the reason you hired a guide, so let them do it. So I'll roll that and determine if you get lost. Yep.
I will.
I'll
assist.
cast guidance on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll assist because.
Oh, actually, you can't do that because it's accounting for several hours while you guys are doing this. It's not just
Oh, okay.
Unless you're actively patting them on the back for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's one of those
She
things where
kinda
that
cute.
it's
that's
fair.
that whole sort.
So do we
Sexual
do this
harassment
for? Is it done for each hex?
It's done for each hex, yeah, because
Okay.
the potential of getting lost when you get deeper into the jungle, it's a little bit harder. So this is just for basic overland travel. If you're going overland, you determine if you're going to get lost. There's different rules for traveling on the river because you can only go one direction, or two directions technically, upstream or downstream. It's very hard to get lost if you're following the river. So I roll it, determine if you're lost. there are checks to see if there are random encounters, and then at the end of the day, we check to see if anybody is dehydrated. But that shouldn't be a problem. We will be accounting for food and water because this is a grid exploration map, so make sure people who are bad at their note-taking actually take notes and keep track of your food and water, because when you run out of food and water, we have to start dipping into Dido funds because...
I knew I forgot to buy something.
It's too late now. We're on the river.
Yep. I feel like everyone just goes shit.
Yep.
No,
Alright.
I got my water skins, and I
Well, I
picked
got
up
water
rations.
skins. I
I got
had
water skins,
rations,
guys. We got to
but
buy
I have,
rations.
Guys,
We got all this.
guys.
We could eat the dinosaur.
Outlander.
Oh. That went in a totally different direction.
Okay, yeah. When they negate our food needs. Sweet.
He said we can eat the dinosaur.
I will kill anyone who tries to eat the dinosaur.
I have just met this dinosaur, but if anything happens to it, I will kill everyone in the jungle and then
No,
myself.
same.
It's
Not even my
weird.
dinosaur,
There's just a mass extinction in this jungle. Like nobody knows what happens. There's just like no life. Even the zombies are all gone.
Alrighty. So,
It was the Soul Monger thing.
So the rules for traveling here, each hex measures 10 miles across, as we discovered with Max thinking wrongly. Characters moving at a normal pace can travel 1 hex per day on foot through coastal, jungle, mountain, swamp, or wasteland terrain. You can travel 2 hexes per day if they are traveling by canoe on a river or lake. The rate of travel up or down the river is the same. It doesn't need to be complicated. The river is so sluggish that the current is almost imperceptible. Without canoes, the normal rate of travel along the river is the same as though the surrounding terrain. So, if you guys are traveling in the river where it's deeper jungle, that counts. Or if it's on the open area, that's where it counts. Canoes move 1 hex per day through swamps. If characters move at a fast pace, the easiest way to deal with their progress is to roll a d4. On a roll of 3 or 4, you advance 1 additional hex per day. Characters moving at a fast pace have a -5 penalty to their passive wisdom perception scores, making them more likely to miss clues or walk into ambushes. If you set a slow pace, roll a d4. On a 1 or 2, you advance 1 fewer hex that day. In other words, 1 hex by canoe or none by foot. Any other result, their caution is rewarded and they travel the same distance as the group moving a normal pace. The characters moving at a slow pace can move stealthily. As long as they are not in the open, they can try to surprise or sneak up on other creatures. So really, you take a slow pace if you want to be cautious and not be seen by people, but you risk not getting very far. If you go fast, you risk wandering into monsters and getting ambushed. Instead of tracking movement by hexes, you can keep track of the actual distances covered by 10 miles. Blah, it's not necessary. Okay. Characters with a flying speed of 30 feet can travel 4 miles per hour. So, if you learn how to fly, it'll really negate the distances in this map. There is...
Should have been an air and eye health.
Yep. Should have been an Avarial. So I do that. Dehydration. Characters who explore Chult need plenty of water to stay hydrated. I don't think this will be a problem, but I'm going to let you know anyways. At the end of the day, any character who hasn't drunk at least 2 gallons of fresh water must succeed a Constitution saving throw or suffer 1 level of exhaustion. The saving throws is made with disadvantage if the character is wearing medium, heavy armor, or heavy clothing. Characters traveling at a fast pace instead of the normal pace have a -5 penalty on their saving throw against the dehydration. That all makes sense?
That's a lot, but I think I got it.
Yeah.
I tried to write as much as I could, but I didn't get everything.
The important things are when you move, we make a survival check to see if you go in the right direction. If you're moving down the river, it's 2 hexes per day. If you're on land, it's 1 hex. If you push to go faster, it doubles the pace. If you go slower, there's a potential of not moving a hex at all.
Oh, so help me out. How much water do you have? How much water do you have to drink per day to not be dehydrated?
2 gallons.
2 gallons.
Okay, how many pints go into a gallon?
Oh,
16. You need 4 full water skins a day. Of
We're talking fucking 16 of these to not be dehydrated. Fuck.
yeah,
Well,
you gotta be drinking all day. You're in the jungle, my friend.
Well,
It's actually 6. 1 gallon is 6 pints. 6.6.
we have a barrel of water. I'm not worried.
Yeah. So round it up.
Yep.
Yeah, you need 7 pints, my dude.
I'm so thankful I live in a country that has, normal measurements.
I don't know. 6
I
point
love
6
I love
points.
milliliters.
6.6 pints didn't seem very good at all.
That's 3 liters, so just over the standard average.
Hmm.
The standard daily, is this plus 1 small cup. Bam, done, easy.
We get it. America's weird.
Google says that there are 8 pints in a gallon.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh wait, hold on. U.S.
bear in
liquid.
mind, there are several different pints.
Yeah.
And several different gallons based
Liquid-
on whether you want the liquid gallon or...
It
U.S.
says liquid
U.S.
pint to liquid gallon, US.
Yeah, no. It says 24 on here. Oh no, that's 3. Never mind. Disregard that. 8. So U.S. liquid gallon to liquid pint is 8. But if I'm looking at imperial pint, 6.6. Because isn't metric the imperial?
Yeah, this is a 570 mil.
Yeah. So we're not using American pints because of course we're not using the metric. So 1 U.S. liquid gallon to 1 imperial pint is 6.6 repeating.
Fun.
So get your 0.66 pint in there, my dude.
Okay, so we're going through 1.56 or so water skins per day.
You're drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
You have the water skins and you have the means of getting water. Just hope that the random dice generator does say that it rains every single day because that's something I get to check.
It's a rainforest, of course.
Okay,
Well,
so
you
you
said-
roll 1 through 11. It rains.
You might
Well,
you might get a drought in here because my dice are terrible.
you
Oh.
had mentioned that we would have been able to fill up beforehand, right?
Yes, water is something that they do not charge for because there is just a bountiful amount of it.
We have a barrel full of water,
Cool.
so we're good for a little bit.
That's why you bought the barrel.
Yeah. Well, you need
Yeah.
the barrel. You need the barrel to store all your water from the rain catcher.
Yep.
Alright.
I
These
Cass,
are my gulps.
Cass, as you go to fill up, you notice that there is another woman sitting at the fountain, and she's got her hands into her face, and she's kind of crying softly, and she just looks weepy. She's got curly blonde hair and slightly pointed ears that seem to have faintly red scales along the sides of them that lead into her cheeks. She looks like she might be crying.
I think Cass would. They would just sort of look at her and turn away.
Oh no.
They're not really the type to make sure they're if she doesn't say anything to me, then maybe I can just leave. I'm not really a therapist.
I appealed to the wrong person.
It's just like, here's this plot hook.
No. Toe comes barreling in from out of the scene. I have to help them.
Cass's EQ is negative
Oh,
I am unfortunately.
I was like-
I don't think I'm there.
you're not there. I
Yeah.
was trying to hook Cass.
I
I was
just.
gonna say,
I just thought it was funny.
This is.
yeah.
This is.
I was like, should I do what I would do? Or
No,
what
you
my
need to do what your
character
character would do.
would do? Yeah.
So yeah, like you turn and look awkwardly, like, oh God, please don't let this person see me.
Don't
And
look
then
at me.
yeah, it's like if I don't look at them, they won't see me. And then you just hear, I miss you, Dad. Where are you? And she just kind of sniffles.
Does she say
And
his name?
She reaches out and she like touches your shoulder and she says, "Excuse me, I'm looking for my father. Perhaps you might have heard of him.
Uh-huh.
He's a very famous wizard. I've come to Chult to find him."
Rin is actively fucking like throwing out all her hooks.
This is what I picture, and I feel like I might have to draw this meme. There's just this big fish hook that had plot hook written on it, and you're just like, no,
Walking away from it.
yeah.
I feel like when she puts her hand on Cass's shoulder, they're like, eh.
Touch, human
Nice
contact. Purell.
And then Cass would be like, uh-huh, what's his name?
Artist Simber. Have you seen
Okay,
him?
wait.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah. I had a feeling that's where it was going.
My main man Frost, fucking in chat. I miss my dad, Pilot Hook.
I wish I had seen that sooner.
Do I recognize this girl? Since she is my mentor, maybe on a photo on his desk or something.
make a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
Just a flat wisdom roll.
Okay.
Oh my
god. So you were how long had you been his apprentice for?
Oh, Frost, I
roughly?
missed you.
How old am I?
I don't know. How old are you?
Let me check. Oh, I didn't put down my elf years. I'm 27 human years. Not human years, but look-wise.
But you're a tiefling.
Oh, I'm a no, wait. Yes, I'm a tiefling.
Oh.
Never mind. I'm so used to playing elves.
Yeah, tieflings
About the same as-
have human age rates, but they live a little bit longer. So
Yeah.
how
I
old would
think-
they be?
I mean, they're 27.
27. So you've known artists for about 20 years, probably. He's mentioned having a child before, but for the life of you, you can't remember if he's ever given a name or a gender. But it was kind of one of those where it was like it was something he didn't like talking about. And it was I had a child once and I had to leave them behind sort of deal. So it's like it was a sensitive subject for him because he wasn't in the child's life anymore.
Yeah.
And
I
he always seemed to be looking elsewhere and not behind him, that sort of thing, where like he was always looking forward and not what he left behind. He had a mission to do and goals, and he was always trying to be focused on those.
Yeah. I feel like Cass would turn at the mention of him and be like, well, I'm his mentee? If that's the right word? His pupil?
Pupil.
And he never mentioned you. I mean, he mentioned you like once. Not really a gender.
And you finally get a good look at her, and she smiles, and the scales go all the way around her cheeks and along her eyes and along the right under the brow. It looks like there might not be full human heritage in her, and she kind of smiles wide, and she says, "Well, I haven't seen him for a long time, but he did stop by to see me once or twice, and Mother remembered him so fondly. All I knew was he was heading to Chult, and I needed to see him again. When I got here, they said he had gone into the jungle and was missing. And then I heard you talking about him in the Thundering Lizard. So I was just hoping you might know where he might be.
Unfortunately, that's the reason I'm here as well.
You're
Don't
going to
really
find
know.
him?
That's my plan.
Her eyes go a little wide. Could I maybe come with?
Can I eye her up and see if she's if she is capable of doing this? Does she look young?
No, she looks to be about 20. Maybe
Okay.
maybe in the mid-20s. You eye her up and down, and give me a perception check.
Okay. Never mind.
You kind of eye her up and down, and when you look down into her lap, you fail to notice that there is a serpent-like creature that had been curled up in her lap, and when you do the ones over, you hear a hiss and a snap, and then a smoke ring hits you in the face, and there's a little draconic creature sitting in her lap. And she says, "Oh, don't mind him. He's very temperamental." Blue Jay Prime. Well, hello, Blue Jay Prime. Thank you for following.
Hello.
And so here is another one.
Oh.
Blue Jay Prime subscribed. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, Blue Jay Prime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she says, "My name is Zandala." And this is Summerwise. Be nice, Summerwise. And you see just a little black dragon with a barbed tail kind of look up at you and give another lazy snort and a smoke ring.
Well, what can you bring to the table?
Besides an awesome pet dragon,
Cass just looks at her.
I also know magic.
What kinds of magic?
The kind of magic Father probably hadn't taught you yet, but I could help you with it.
Follow me. It's not a yes. We'll see what the others think.
Of course. And she smiles and she hops up to her feet.
Oh, I spelled her name wrong.
I gave you a handout.
To the
It was
pub.
before you had. Yeah, I bring her back to the others.
So you bring her where the others are gearing up the canoe, and Cass comes back with a curly blonde-haired woman, slightly pointed ears, scaled cheeks and face that has a pseudo-dragon sitting on her shoulders. And she looks at all of you and she's like, "Hi guys, I was invited to come along with you."
Not invited, no.
Sold.
That's
She
news.
She claims to be the child of my mentor, says she can do magic. She has this dragon thing, and wants to come along to try and find my mentor. I said I'd bring it up with you guys first. You were not invited.
You invited me to see them. It's technically true.
I invited you to come over and see them, but not come
Thus,
on.
you invited her. She is technically correct. And you thought you were a woman of words.
The little dragon is cute.
His name is
It sure
Summerwise.
I'm gonna give it a scooch.
It hisses at you momentarily, and Zandala kind of is like, no. And she says something in like a hissy tone, and it looks at her and kind of hisses back for a moment. She takes out a piece of meat, and then it extends its neck out to you, Valk. There you go. He'll behave now.
Give it a scooch.
Do you have any supplies, or are you gonna have to be using ours?
Well,
Darian's also.
you cut out. He's also what?
No, go ahead. I'll jump on in a minute.
I have what I brought with me, and she sets down a pretty hefty traveling pack. I think I'll manage. But I am quite skilled in magic. I could help in any way I can. But yes, what she said is true. I'm looking for my father, her mentor. She was talking about him in the Thundering Lizard, so I figured you all had an idea of where he might be.
I have no idea where he is.
Oh. Well. She
I
seems...
have an idea of where he might have gone.
Where's that?
I don't know if I want to give you that information yet.
She's your ward, Cass. You are responsible for her.
That's not
Keep
what
in
I
mind, if you die, you can't come back.
She kind of smiles at the, like, she's your ward, you're responsible for her, and she kind of leans in and hugs Cass, and we'll be the best of friends.
Don't touch me.
Meanwhile, Therian's standing to Zandala's left, and he kind of does the holds his fist out to the pet, just so it can get a sniff, and then he goes and tries to pet it if it responds favorably, and thus. Nice.
Okay, so let me double check one thing real quick.
It has a really good deception score. It's going to bite me.
Wow, your animal handling is high.
Hi.
Mine is probably not, wouldn't be so good.
So, here's the thing. Pseudo-dragons aren't animals. So it does in fact
shit.
It does in fact bite your hand when you try and treat it like a pet. And it hisses something at you, and it looks like it's going into a string of expletives.
What language does it speak, if any?
You want to take a guess with the hissing?
Draconic?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Apparently they can't
This is
speak,
like-
but I've executive decisioned that it can talk.
This is like one of my only characters that doesn't have fucking Draconic.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I know some weird
It
languages.
speaks Elven, the universal language of all fantasy settings.
Oh, well, then I know
Oh
what it's
man.
saying.
I speak Sylvan. That's basically
understand
Elven.
it then?
isn't it?
No, that was a joke.
Oh.
It was a joke because everybody takes Elven.
Well, I am an elf, so
That
kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, that came default.
Wait,
Wait.
is Artis? What's Artis's race? I don't remember.
Artisimber is human,
Human? Okay.
and her ears are only slightly pointed.
Yeah.
If you want to make a check, you might be able to infer if she's half Elven.
Okay.
I think I'd just ask her.
And she kind of blinks. And she's like, "You're not human." Well, half of me is. My mother was an elf. Obviously.
Then what are the scales?
Oh, I'm very glad you asked. And she kind of runs a finger across. Well, there's draconic heritage on my mother's side.
Mm-hmm. And that's why you could talk to that thing?
It helps. It's also where I get my magic.
I'm sure that thing understands you.
He does, and his name is Summerwise. I did introduce him already.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't like being referred to as that thing.
Right? That's kind of what I was getting at when I...
Summerwise prefers he/him pronouns. Thank you.
I'll make note of
Thank
it.
you, Ken.
She's so cute.
And just
Is it red?
it's kind of a reddish orange. Where's the handout?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it.
Bloop. Let's go eat the fuck out of that mouse, though.
That's what I was going to say. He is pouncing that mouse. The mouse is just...
Nah.
I didn't know they had stingers.
Oh yeah, they have poison on the end of the stinger too.
Ah.
Are we ready to go?
Like I'm already.
Yeah, Zantala's like helping herself into the boat, helping load stuff up.
Yeah, Faerun's probably trying to feed a ration to the pseudo dragon to make it behave.
So where are we heading first?
Yes.
Firefinger.
Oh, Firefinger. That sounds exotic.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're getting a mess.
Flying things. Don't die.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah, don't go over the edge.
Oh, I'll try my best not to.
Or do. That works well.
And we find out later that Cass has daddy issues, and she just like projected it onto Artis.
Cass, I can't help but think you're showing some odd hostility here.
Just don't like
Do
having...
you care to elaborate on your thoughts and opinions?
How openly is Therion saying all of this?
Very. He says that's the whole group.
Oh, awesome. Zandala just sits in the boat and just kind of like hums to herself looking ahead.
I just don't like having unneeded responsibilities.
I think it is unbecoming of you to invite said woman here and then ignore her the moment she arrives.
This is probably when Azaka also like pops into the boat and is like, "This is none of my business."
I'm just sitting on the Hadrosaurus and I like glance over to Azaka and just like look forward again and just lean forward and put my chin in my hand, just waiting.
Yep, Hadrosaurus start floating away, they'll catch up.
The Hadrosaurus is also in the water like, "This is none of my business." I can't even talk and this isn't my problem.
With Azaka. Well, if everybody wants to head out.
Yes, I'm willing to leave, though, Cass, it would do you well to take your wards into a higher consideration.
If you don't want to take care of the strays, don't bring them in.
Exactly. Luckily for you, the party will pick up where you slept.
To me.
I'm gonna look at Zendala. It means we won't let you die on purpose.
Oh, well, that's reassuring. I'll look out for you all as well.
I think Cass would begrudgingly, whatever the word is, go sit next to her.
And she kind of perks up at that.
She wouldn't say. I mean, they wouldn't say anything. Just
No, but she does.
And she's a talker. Yeah,
BFFs forever.
I'm sitting close to Azaka.
Mm-hmm. And Azaka moves to the front of the canoe, and she takes up an oar and looks like she gets into the work routine. She's done this before. She doesn't mind, pulling her weight, especially since you guys said you were going straight to Firefinger. So she's in work mode. She's friendly, cordial. She's talkative when people talk to her, but otherwise she's focused on her work, which is doing the guiding and getting the boat down the stream. Where does everybody else fill in on the boat / on the dinosaur?
How do you spell strategy? Sorry.
I'll be moving alongside the boat and assisting Osaka in the survival.
I'm gonna forgo the survival checks because we're going down the.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going down the river. You can't get lost on a river.
I will assist
you
her.
can get lost on a river. It just means you're really bad at your job. Shit! We've been going into the ocean this whole time.
Look, it could have been.
We went right past Port Nyanzaru and didn't even notice it.
Yeah. Like, that's a really bad sign if, like, you didn't go onto the river at all and instead you ended out into the bay.
Where did this dragon turtle come from?
Shh, spoilers.
That's not people. Everybody knows about that.
Everybody knows about the
Weird
dragon
question.
turtle, right, guys?
Real quick, rowing a canoe, is that survival or athletics?
Athletics.
Shit.
I feel like eventually Cass would speak up and say, well, I feel like we should go over our strengths and weaknesses.
I hit things.
So, I think my biggest weakness is I care too much.
Oh, I certainly understand that, fellow companion. I suffer from the same fate.
Ooh, what do we got here? Stefan!
Anyone can miss Port
Hey,
Nyanzaru.
Stefan!
It's a common problem.
Anyone can miss Port Nyanzaru. It's a common problem. I mean,
I miss it already.
I miss it. Miss it so much. Let's change up the music as we head into the jungle.
Welcome to
Welcome
If I may,
You may. What?
I suggest Domcraft.
What?
Domcraft.
I don't know what that is.
I suggest you don't look them up because they're a silly stoner metal band that probably has copyright on all their music, but
Then you know we can't do that.
Is this
Yes.
canoe a one or a two-person rower?
2 people would be able to do it because it's a long canoe that fits the 4 of you minus Toe. Oh, sorry. It would be, 3 of you, Azaka, and now Zandala. So 5 of you and your supplies.
Yeah.
All right, then I change where I'm going to be. I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to help her row.
Ooh, all right. Work those muscles.
I can row if need be.
It's not it doesn't really need to be a check because it's one of those sustained things that you're doing all day. But the question is, what pace are we moving at? Normal, or slow, normal, or fast?
I'm
I
gonna
feel like-
recommend. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, once we get closer to Firefinger, I think it would be best to go slow so we can, like, look around.
Absolutely. Plus, might I add, I reckon we'd bring this up to Azaka and see what she recommends before we leave, as she should know this rough area and thus know any.
You should probably
Angry
probably
pride.
bring it up in character and not assume she knows anything.
Also, a quick question. This is
Mhm.
mechanics-wise, real fast. Does the dinosaur go the same speed as the canoe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
So what are you asking,
Sure.
Azaka?
When we're all just about setting off, like Faerun just sitting in the middle of the canoe somewhere, willing to paddle if need be. So, Azaka, are you familiar with any dangerous riverside tribes or beasties that might hinder us in our, in our adventure? Would it be wise to slow down our pace at any point in this journey to avoid said things?
The jungle will always be dangerous. Any number of things could find us on our way.
Thus, should we go at a slow pace the entire journey? Should we minimize our rowing and thus make as little noise as possible?
I do not think it is necessary. Anything tries to get into the river, we will see it beforehand And if anything attacks us while on the river, it will be too late.
Well, you are the guide. Thus, we should
Whoa, fast
maintain
car.
a cruising speed then.
I mean, somebody just revved the engine, so...
Maybe
Yeah,
that's a sign we should go fast.
I vote normal or fast.
I will recommend a faster pace to start off. As we are just leaving the city, as we get deeper, I recommend we drop ourselves to normal pace.
I agree.
All right, come to a consensus and tell me what you're doing.
We're going
Tell
fast for now.
Lucio. Yes, Tell Lucio brings up a very good point. The Terrafolk, do they patrol from their lair?
I do not spend my time watching them.
I would have thought you did, as they are currently your primary enemy.
That does not mean I spend all my time watching them.
Fair enough.
I would guess they make their rounds through a certain distance.
It is very likely that we will come across them as we get closer to Firefinger. They lair there.
Therefore, we should travel at a brisk pace in the first half of our journey and a quiet pace in the second.
Perhaps, but
Very well.
there are other dangers as well, not just these terrafolk.
Very true, but the Terrafolk are the primary danger.
Juan
as
is
we're
rating
traveling
us with
towards their
5.
home.
Juan
Very
rating.
nice.
Hey, Wan, thank you.
Hello, everybody. We are exploring the jungles of Nyanzaru. We're about to get on the water, anyways.
Yes.
God
So
damn
I'd
it, Ren.
say
God damn it, me.
You changed your fucking your Rin your emote titles 2 months ago. I still haven't gotten you.
What? Oh, you haven't gotten... Oh, okay, yeah. It made me, actually. I couldn't keep them.
Oh, why's that?
Oh, just because the name changed, it couldn't do the Rindus anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's alright. It's whatever.
Hold
Sorry, guys.
on.
Hello.
Hello?
That's my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
So we're gonna go fast and then slow.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
There
we
we
can go
go.
fast again.
Sounds sexy. Let's do it.
However you'd like it.
Step on the
Hard
gas,
fast.
gas.
First fast, then a little slow, then fast again, then slow down because your arms start to hurt and you need to readjust. Then we'll switch it up.
What is that friend's thing? It's a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, whatever numbers she does. I don't know. I don't really watch Friends. She was
Yeah, I
trying to
stopped doing that
explain.
about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disconnect from the hotspot and go back onto the internet because my mom said she thinks it's working.
Okay.
Okay.
She said she wants to have her phone back, so I'm like, okay.
No, it checks out.
Just letting you know if I drop for a second. Also,
Yeah, we'll wait for you. She cut
that's
out before
all
she
good,
told
probably.
us.
alright, I think. Am I good?
You're still here, yeah.
Am I good?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was a fast thing. It didn't drop me from anything.
Woo! All right. So everybody got their sex puns out of the way. I think we're going fast first.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So what I need is somebody roll me a d4.
Okay, wait.
Who's gonna be first? 3. Which means the expedition begins. So when you go fast on a 3 or 4, you advance 1 additional hex.
hey.
Alright.
Hey.
So I need to take into account... this will get faster once we become used to it, because we're going to be doing this a lot. But I need to be taking into account your passives.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast.
That's fine. Okay. So the highest that we're looking at is a 10 right now. Okay. Alrighty. So you move down. I don't need that anymore. Let me close down some stuff here that I'm not using anymore. Zondala can stay open. The expedition begins. I don't need the rain catcher information. So, random check throughout the day. We are on the river. So... it's not in a dangerous area. Alrighty, somebody roll, Dido, since you did it before, roll me a d20, please.
I'm back.
What back?
Thanks.
Okay, well, that is, I set the bar very low, but that is one of the numbers there. Give me a d100, please.
Oh, goodness.
Counters. 45. What's the difference between these numbers? Oh, it just split. Okay. 45. Oh! Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. I'm sorry.
I did not like that sound.
Oh, it wasn't good. I was looking on the wrong thing. It pulled up dragon. Red.
Oh shit!
This adventure ended fast.
Yeah.
Well, random encounters doesn't mean fight. But I saw it and I was very nervous.
We've stumbled into a lot of those. Like,
Guys.
fucking, a rock on the bridge, or
Level 1
fucking
party,
weapons on the
let's go for
boat,
that
or-
dragon.
Yeah, let's go get it.
Level 1, let's do it.
Okay.
We're fine.
Yeah. So you guys, you managed to get down 2 hexes for the day. So we'll scoot you down. As you make this way out of Port Nyanzaru and down this river, the sounds of the jungle wildlife are all around. The occasional roar, the heavy cicadas, the bird chirps. Everything is peaceful and serene. Zondala is a talker. She is probably talking poor Cass's ear off. Azaka is very focused on her work. But after a while, she holds a hand up to signal for you all to kind of lower your voices. And even Zondala kind of hushes up as there's a object that seems to be floating down the river towards you all. You guys are moving upriver since the river pours out into the Bay of Chult, and you guys are working your way up the river. It's just very slowly drifting towards you all. And she signals for you all to kind of hush up and waits for whatever you guys think is the best course of action before moving the boat again.
I don't want to get any closer, but I do want to see if I can perceive what that is.
Yeah, me too.
Please make perception checks.
Now, what's
I'll
it?
jump on that boat as well.
Yeah, what are we seeing?
You are seeing an object moving down the river. However,
What shaped object?
I will tell you once you've made the perception check.
Can
That is why you said you wanted to do them. Okay.
I cast guidance on myself because I'm doing the same thing?
Yes, you haven't rolled yet.
Plus, you'd have a good time to see it as it
Wow.
approaches.
Mhm.
Very
19
nice.
plus 4.
Okay. So, everybody but Therion, I'm going to work my way up from lowest to highest here. So, Toe, what you're seeing is a kind of humped shape and what looks like ripped cloth. Cass and Valk, you're able to more clearly discern that this shape has more of a humanoid body, and Valk specifically, you're seeing that this is in fact a corpse that is there's somebody clicking and rustling.
My dogs just walked into my office.
Okay.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. I just wasn't sure what that was.
Good.
You're seeing a bloated corpse that is drifting. It is face down in the water, and it's doing just that kind of like dead man float down the river. It's not. There's no signs of movement or anything out of the ordinary. It just looks dead and bloated, drifting down.
So it's T-posing face.
No, it's like the dead person drift, where it's like kind of bent, but all you see is the back sticking out, and there's probably like a little bit of
It's
hair.
doing the dead man's float.
Yeah, dead man float. It's a literal float.
Yeah, we're going around that. I ain't touching that.
I can shoot it. Keep it my arrow as it floats by us.
I have a gun.
If you want to try lighting it on fire and just send this like flaming corpse down the river, I'm still going around it.
Well,
I'd like to see a wizard do any martial act, so yeah, I'm all
I
for
was
it.
staying with my arrow, my crossbow.
With it, just the arrow.
Just
Cass
the arrow.
throws the arrow into the water.
No, I have a proficiency in light crossbow.
It's
I
true.
mean, I almost want to shoot it just to make sure it's dead, but I'm
Yeah,
not going
That's
to.
what I was suggesting. I could always shoot it with my arrow to make sure it's dead, and then
Look.
as it floats by, kick my arrow back.
Look, you guys got cantrips. I've got javelins.
Yes, Thurian would like to, like, kind of hold frostbite just as long as it passes.
Hmm.
If it splashes up, then fucking cast frostbolt.
How far ahead is it from us?
It's probably about 60 feet ahead of you in the river.
I'm going.
Okay,
around it.
fuck it. Thurian casts frost.
Okay.
Alright, I'll jump on this bandwagon. Toll the dead.
Okay.
Alright, give me that contact for 1 damage.
All right, so you all take a moment to just blast the hell out of this corpse, and Azaka kind of raises an eyebrow as everything just strikes and decimates this floating body that continues to just drift, and like the water and stuff are disturbed quite easily and frosted and chilled, but there's no movement from the corpse. It just kind of continues to drift, and now in more pieces than it had been initially.
I do apologize for desecrating the dead, but
The ghost will deal with you later.
I understand the undead is very apparent here, and thus I thought it was necessary.
Zaka kind of smirks. She says, "You do not need to explain yourself. If it was a zombie, then we would have to really be worrying about that. Better safe than sorry. I just thought it was curious that you all blasted it before it had a chance to do anything."
I give.
Regardless, I feel apologetic towards the thing.
Well,
It
it
is
is their
a
fault for
conversation.
dying.
I'm sure they understand in this kind of place.
Of course.
I give.
What is dead will never die.
It rises again, stronger and hardier.
I'll give.
I'll see about that.
I'll give
Sorry,
Cherry.
Shane.
You're right. I'll give Cherry Picker a pat and say, let's climb out of the water and go around and get back in.
So you go and push it over?
We're getting out of the water and going around the bits as they float by, so he doesn't have
okay.
to snorkel past it.
Mm-hmm. What are the rest of you doing?
Just staying in the boat.
Back to Rowan.
Back to Rowan. So we just...
As I'm in the middle, I suppose, if it comes close enough, I'll give it a poke with my scimitar and try and nudge it further away. Otherwise,
It is going to drift right by you guys. You're right on the collision course of it.
Quick, loot it!
I mean, you wanna.
I have Mage Hand.
Or reduce force.
Yeah, I'm not touching it. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I can cast a mage hand to flip it over first to see if we recognize this person.
It's Artist Simper.
I know. I was like,
You flip it over and you see that it's Maybe staring back at you.
no.
No, wrong campaign.
I know. But yeah. And then I want to flip it over and then grab anything that looks valuable.
Yeah, you flip over this corpse. It looks waterlogged and bloated. Chulton by appearance. They're dressed in shredded rags. There's very obvious bite and claw marks all over their bodies where the clothes have been torn. And the individual has a blue triangle, upside down blue triangle painted on their forehead, tattooed in place. But when you rifle through, give me, let's see, is there like a what's on that corpse table?
What's on that corpse?
On Pinterest, there is something that's like, you loot.
Yeah,
Dead guy.
yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Like, is there one for just a random corpse?
There's. Let's see. Oh, which one was it?
While you're looking for that, Cass would ask, what's her name?
Azaka.
This guy has a upside down blue triangle tattooed on his forehead. Does that mean anything?
Let's see here. Azaka. Let me pull up her. A-Z-A-K-A. It always pauses up when I try and type in its stupid search bar, and I hate it. Does that do that for anybody else?
What are we talking
roll
about
20?
here?
Yeah, roll 20. It always locks up whenever I try and type into this like search bars.
Yeah, that does that to me as well, if we're talking about the compendium.
Yeah. Well, that too. But even in the journal tab, it does it. So Azaka... she kind of thinks and she says, I have seen these before. I am not sure what they are for. We might be seeing more of them, though.
Is it, this is just for, like, my notes in general, so I can draw a small picture.
Mhm.
Is it filled in, or is it just an outline?
Oh, it's filled in. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's upside down, center of the forehead. And it's like a solid dark blue. Or, no, light blue, because it has to go against the complexion of the Chulton. So it's like it's like a pastel blue.
Cool.
So I could loot the Cyclops for this body. That doesn't help.
Yeah, Pinterest isn't being kind to me today.
Loot. Oh, actually, there's a couple interesting ones here. Gauntlet Mimic. That's not what I'm looking for.
Uh,
The Giant Green Hag. That's, I think I might just use this one I saw. Where'd it go?
Random treasure generator.
Roll a
let's see.
d12.
Me?
Yeah. Ooh, there we go. This is the one I was looking for.
6.
6. Roll it again. That didn't make sense to be floating along.
Bear in mind, 11 out of 12 of these are well shit.
Most of them are. So you find a used healer's kit.
Okay.
It still contains bandages, salves, and splints, and it has 5 uses remaining.
Hey, not bad at all.
Didn't do them any good, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to use it on yourself when you're dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, Cass would just sort of hold it up with the mage hand. And
I
say,
succeeded!
It's a little
What's that?
soggy, though.
Yeah, that's why it's with the mage hand and I'm not touching it.
Use your
They
magic to
would
clean
say,
it off.
Who wants this?
Sundala kind of hugs you. She's like, "Good job, you found something."
Sort of
Thorian
like,
will kind of like reach out his arms and just kind of present a catchable surface.
The hand would go over and give it to him before shaking it off.
I hope you prestidigitated.
I don't know what that is, he says
Do
as he
I.
clips
Druid
it to
claps
his
it.
belt.
I don't know what that is, Druidcraft.
But yeah, that's it.
Well, good
There's
job.
nothing else on him.
You found something useful. That's great. Sundala looks really, really proud of you. Good job.
Cass would give her a look.
The pseudo dragon just gives you a look back.
What does this look like?
Yes.
It's like
Don't
seriously.
talk to me. Look.
Don't talk to me or my dragon son ever again. So this was about the midday point. So you guys continue rowing down, but after traveling 20 miles down the river, Azaka finally brings the boat, the canoe up to the shore and says, "It's getting dark. We will need to make camp."
Come on, cherry picker, let's go. I'll get you some fruits.
I'll pull out my tent and I'll start setting up my tent where she indicates. Where would be a good place to set camp?
It will be safe to have our back to the river. Nothing will try and cross it without us noticing.
Can you all manage to set up camp without me? I will go procure food. Fresh food.
Thorian walks like 20 feet into the trees and then just fucking BAM! Cast bonfire in the middle of a nice clearing. Then just adds like logs and sticks to it as
But it would seem that we are bedding down here.
Okay.
Would look that way. I'll
Too
start
late.
setting up my tent then. It seems like this is where we're gonna be.
I can cast alarm.
Cast that alarm, yo.
if you can do that without hindering tomorrow's abilities, I'd recommend.
Without hindering what? Tomorrow's abilities?
Yes.
Plus,
If you can cast it and if you can cast it and then get a full rest before anything happens, then yeah, solid.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if we want to do it now or as we get closer to the Terra folk.
Well,
Yeah.
we're about to
If we
sleep.
get a...
Yeah, keep in mind
Yeah.
you can only go 1/2 hexes a day.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Also,
So-
I might have messed this up. I think you guys get to go a little bit further because it's on the boat. Keep going with the camp setup, and I'll adjust
I
your
think
hex.
we would have done 3
Yeah, I think it's
if
3.
we rolled well.
It's 2 hexes on water, so
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
what I
Well-
heard, yeah, maybe.
We got one
Yeah, plus
additional.
we rolled well, so 3 or what?
Yeah, it's just 1 additional. It's not double. Okay, so it's 3. So I'm scooting you down a little further. Whoop. There you
Well,
Woo.
Therian kind of kicks
yeah, I
back.
can-
He sets up the fire, and then
I'm gonna, because I completely forgot. I'm gonna apply a thing of my insect repellent.
Mm.
Right. I was purely intending to do that from the start, so I'm happy to fucking put on 3 salves right now, plus anyone else who wants them.
I have my own. I'm just gonna manage mine as I go.
I forgot
Oh,
mine.
So 2 days plus I'd imagine Cass would like to.
It's only been
Well,
one day.
actually, it would be one day.
It's only been one day, yeah.
So yeah, Cass, would you like some salve?
Yeah, I can pay you back.
All right, I'm down to 98. It's fucking stupid, but my friends and I have a joke.
You unmuted
Anytime
yourself
Anytime.
again.
How the fuck did I do that?
But yeah, my friends and I have a joke. Anytime we say 98, we take it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I can cast alarm.
But yeah, you can have some input salve.
Cool.
Do I have to
So,
roll anything to set up my tent?
no. Setting up camp isn't any real trouble. Toe, you went out to go hunting.
Yeah, hunting and scavenging. I'm gonna find some nice fruits and plants for.
Are you just going for the basic stuff that comes with Outlander, or did you want to hunt bigger game for dinner?
I could try finding bigger game.
Make a survival check, please, with advantage.
Yay! 23.
23. Yeah. So you managed to find you managed to find a pack of axe beaks that are off in a watering hole nearby, and there's a straggler that has wandered away from the main group. Something that could easily be picked off and killed, or if you're not careful, it could alert the entire herd. But it's off on its own. There's a very good chance you could get the drop on it without anyone noticing.
I will try to get the drop on it.
Stealth roll.
18.
Nice.
So, Toe, you manage to sneak up on it. You grab it by its big bird neck, and you just give it a quick, and you hear, and it's gone. And that's at an hour later. Toe comes dragging back a emu-sized axe beak.
Is it emu size or ostrich size?
Emu, because ostriches are fucking huge.
What does that mean?
Geese are worse.
Oh shit! Have you seen an ostrich?
Yes, I have.
His people lost a war to emus and ostriches, so he's very bitter.
Absolutely.
I've also
They
been
are
chased by a goose. I've not been chased by an ostrich.
Hey, speaking of, Shane, did you ever see I linked a drawfee a while ago where they were doing, it was postcards, I think, or stamps, and one of the girls did a drawing of the Emu War in a stamp, and it's just this black and white, like, propaganda poster for the Emu Wars, but it's for the emus, not for the Australians.
Shit. Yeah, I didn't say that. I must have missed it.
Oh.
If you can link it again,
I'll find it. I'll find it for you later because it's a good episode in general, but that one was funny.
When I bring it back, I just put a hand against the body and offer a silent prayer of thanks. And give my respects to the food that is going to feed us.
Therian will jump in on that, either assisting the prayer or getting some blood from it and offering it to a girl.
Nice.
But I give my respects to the kill.
The two of them spend time worshipping the dead Axebeak and drinking its blood ritualistically, freaking everyone out. No, you guys. Yeah, it's a very, very naturey, respectful moment, and then you go to work preparing dinner and utilizing all the parts as is proper fashion.
Yes.
Bear in mind, I pray to like fucking 25 gods. Some of those might not be very nice.
That's
Some
fine.
of those might like a more disturbing.
That's fine. If you want to harvest anything, survival check.
Yeah, I want to heart that beak is awesome, and I want some of the feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
Oh,
Feathers?
I am too
Hey.
hungry for that. I
Hey.
eat it.
yeah, no, the cleaning preparation does not let you harvest anything. The meat is salvageable, but you don't get anything extra off of it.
That's a shame.
It is wasted. The blood, the blood part of the offering and stuff, the Goliath just doesn't quite get what you were going for, and when they gutted it, it got it everywhere, and it's ruined.
That's okay.
But it's dinner time, so
I add a couple of its bone. I just pick a small bone and add that to my total.
sure. If there's no conversations that want to be had, now's the time to do so. But otherwise, we will set watches.
Who's sleeping where?
I will take a first watch,
Mm-hmm.
but Toad, can I fill up my empty water skins?
Oh yes. I'll go over to the barrel.
Oh yes. Did anyone not have enough water before we go?
I will drink
I
mine.
did.
So yes.
Everybody had enough water. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I hope on their first day. Yeah. So we don't need
It's
to make.
what, 2 water skins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
1.6.
hopefully everybody's good. Roughly 2. You can round it. But yeah, hopefully everybody's good on the first day. If not, we're in real trouble. So that's
I know.
fine. Dido is taking first watch, so you could do the 4 hours. Who's taking next?
I can maintain next.
So just the 2 of you then? Elves on
I
watch?
can maintain
And I have my alarm as
2
well.
hours if need be.
I mean, the 2 elves can knock the whole 8 hours out. But if you guys want to split it even more, that's fine. I'm not hearing any objections, so just the 2 of you then.
Okay.
Right?
For my trance, I just curl up with Cherry Picker, and then during my watch, I'll climb into a tree.
Okay. Dido, perception, please.
Can I use guidance on myself?
Yes, you can. Okay. And toe. Okay.
Woo.
The evening goes by uneventful for you. There's plenty of jungle noise, but nothing seems to breach the perimeter of light that is the camp. Everything stays on the outskirts of the shadows and brush. Nothing makes an attempt to get closer. Nothing makes its presence known. And there's no signs of the undead that could come shambling through at any moment. So the first night is relatively peaceful, and it leaves everybody feeling rested and well. The next thing I need to do is find my chart for determining what the day's weather looks like.
1 through 11, rain. 12, blizzard.
I don't think it's that
A blizzard in the jungle?
in the jungle.
That
I
seems
mean,
normal to me.
it could happen. You don't know.
Maybe instead of a blizzard, a hurricane or something?
A
A blurricane.
blurricane.
A blizzard?
Oh, yeah, I also had to give you... It was a handout.
Oh, yeah, what? We're gonna be on the water again today.
Yeah, unless you guys have a different plan.
I do not.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna change up some of my spells.
Oh, so they... Huh. Remember I mentioned that there were 2 other guides that you guys didn't see? Yeah, it turns out there's 3. Huh. I didn't even know about this guy.
Oh, the secret guides?
Yeah, there's 2 secret guys. One I knew about. If you had ended up going on the map here, if you guys had gone up to Fort Belleron, there's like a side quest you could pick up. There's 2 guides that work out of there that you could have hired. But I didn't know about one of these guys. Because technically, flask of wine and whatever can get you up there as well. But one of these guys is a druid, and he has a little vegapygmy companion.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've been well keen on that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, next run through.
Next run through.
Yeah.
Everybody goes for the hot lady, so you never get to see the other fun options.
Calm down. I was going for the albino dwarf.
yeah, you were. You just didn't push it hard enough.
Look, I made my suggestions.
Yeah, there were. Alright, so expedition begins. Is there any information on the weather? Random encounters. There should be one. Because the weather here is fickle. Did he just make his own chart? Maybe he just had his own chart.
On that note, Matt Colville and Adam Cole suggested, like, if you're making a West Marches campaign, maybe just change up the weather chart every now and then. Fucking, if there's a wizard playing around with it, just make it a fucking 4 in 12 instead of a 1 in 12, and bam! That was the start of my silly homebrew campaign that I'll probably never play.
Well, that was what I was looking for, because Adam Coble had it macroed where he could do all of this terrain stuff in a single button push, and he included some chart for the weather. So I was trying to figure out where he was pulling that information from, and I was hoping that it was part of it, but apparently it's not. And this person's chart looks way too complicated. Adam Coble has
run off for like 2 minutes.
Okay. Definitely check out every Tomb of Annihilation. Oh, this is from Zev. Many Faces of Chult. What we got here? Weather Tables of Chult featuring Roll20 presents Tomb of Annihilation spice of your game. But where's the chart? Download the PDF. I actually know the person who made this. When I did Bag of Bones on Outro's channel, the guy Zev, Zeyv, really cool dude. He makes a bunch of stuff for Roll20, and this is his chart, apparently. So that's awesome. Zev is cool. Wesley Zev. Oh, I didn't know his first name was Wesley. Neat. Shut up, Wesley. Alrighty. So, we are looking for regular season weather table. Please give me a D100 roll. That is a 19. So, today is dry and sunny.
Doesn't make sense. It's a rainforest.
It is.
It's humid.
Sometimes it doesn't rain.
It's humid.
Sometimes it's...
It can't be dry. It's humid.
Sometimes it can.
That makes no sense.
There is a 12% chance that it is dry and sunny.
There should be a 0% chance.
There is a 12% chance.
That makes 0 sense.
Well, if you want to write a better chart, you can. So, today is dry and sunny. The sun is out. It's a nice, clear day. No real signs of any rain. But the important question is, how fast are we moving today?
I packed up my tent.
Yes.
I say we go fast.
Don't leave your stuff behind, please.
Yeah, I pack up all my stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah, I think we could go fast another
I think we
day.
can still go fast.
Gotta go fast.
So today, as I'm moving alongside Asaka, we're exchanging near-death experiences.
Well,
Swallowed by a Natiak.
she says, You want to know how I got these scars?
Oh, I will get in on this conversation and actually talk about my death experiences.
You give a death experience, and Azaka and I do that thing where we look at each other and look at you, and then are like, we lose.
And then Zandala, who was busy talking with Cass about different hair braiding techniques, goes, I watched a dragon burn my entire village to the ground.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
It ate my mother. She was still screaming. And she just kind of gets that Vietnam stare and then goes back to braiding Cass's hair.
I walked into a cave one time and a rock fell.
Well, you're a wizard, so that probably meant you almost died.
Exactly.
You went up into a cave. What were you doing in a cave?
Why were you in a cave?
Excavating.
I thought you didn't like to.
Oh, no, I like excavating. I just don't like getting dirty.
Oh, give me a D4, please.
Me?
Anybody.
I can do it.
For the
Ah,
extra
gotta
movement.
Go fast. Gotta go fast. There we go.
3, you do. Okay. So, roll me a D20, please.
Okay.
See? No random encounter. So, you guys pull in again. Here is camp. Are we changing up watches?
You can go first. Again.
I'll just do regular wander thing tonight.
Alrighty. Everybody
Bring back
has
some fresh fruits and small game.
Everybody has water.
Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then I refill mine.
Gotta get that refill.
I only have 4.
And keep in mind, you guys have to account for Azaka and Sandala also dipping into your water supply.
Yes.
That's why I asked her beforehand if she had her own supplies.
She has water kit or water skins, but you got a whole fancy rain catcher here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just mathing. 3, 4.
And then when you have a moment, Valk and Toe, I need perception checks for the night watch. And then your watch is over.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Because guidance.
But it's always dirty. Let's be real. Alright, so the night is uneventful again. You hear more sounds of the wildlife, the dinosaurs, the jungle predators. They continue to keep their distance from the light of the fire. And then comes morning 15. So, this morning brings it's gonna annoy Shay so much. No, this morning brings a heavy mist that kind of permeates from the river out. Those dogs are going to town.
Yeah, I know.
They're doing a tap dancing routine.
Yeah, like they're just like, we're dogs.
I love them though.
All dogs are great.
Yeah, of course, when one comes in, they both have to come in.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to send pictures of them afterwards.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's a heavy mist. A thick, almost tangible mist drowns out any vision past 15 feet for everything large or smaller, with anything huge or larger only being visible up to 30 feet. All sight-based abilities outside of the 15-foot range have disadvantage, and all creatures and objects outside of the range are assumed to have total coverage. This disadvantage cannot be negated, and also applies to navigation unless the DM specifies otherwise. Sweet. So, it went from being really dry to a thick, heavy mist in the next day because rainforest weather is temperamental.
How much of that mist condenses into drinkable water on the rain catcher?
Does the Wayne Catcher say that it can do that?
I'm just thinking physics, so
Well, we're in a fantasy game. Let's not apply real world physics.
I'm gonna
I'll say
Why am I-
I'll say not much because I do not know how rain catchers work in real life. That's
Okay.
not complicated. So it is the third day now. What were you
I'm
going to
gonna
say?
before we head out. I'm gonna apply another insect repellent.
Get those bugs off.
Sorry. A friend came around for a visit.
How dare you have friends?
I know, right? You said we were on day 3, so is Cass still taking my insect repellent?
Yeah.
If you offer.
I have 98 uses, so yes, I'm more than happy for you to take it.
Sundala
Yeah,
kind of
I'll
leans
I'll
in.
keep track of how many I've used. I've used 2.
Sundala kind of leans in. Can I borrow some of your insect repellent?
Who was that, sorry?
Zundala.
Yes, she can have some too. So, what are we, day 3 down to 91?
She just puts some on her nose and then some on the pseudo dragon's snoot.
So how's the barrel of water looking?
we had more than more than 100 gallons. We're down to 90.
How fast are we moving today?
I think since the mist, we should go not fast.
Yeah, I think we should go normal
Normal pace it is.
today.
Cool. Okay. And then we do a d20, please. Four. Nothing strange comes up today. Are we changing up our camping routine at all?
Anybody want to do anything else?
Anything different?
I mean, if
Nope.
needed, I can take a watch.
Yeah,
best I can
Faerun
do
is
is,
very much in the same boat.
The best
I'm
I
okay
can do
with
is
that.
scream at you guys to wake up.
Get your asses up!
But if I do take watch, I would cast alarm again to give myself some more.
All right, so give me
Before we go to
definite
bed,
watches.
before I go to bed, I'm just gonna top off the barrel of water. I'm gonna cast create water.
Oh,
Sweet.
I will mark that back up.
So that'll be good once it's topped off. Okay. Anything else changing up tonight?
I'm good.
You good?
Zanella.
So whoever's keeping watch, give me my perception checks, please.
So are we doing me and Therion?
Is that if that was what you did?
I'll
Sure.
still keep watch myself too.
Okay. So perceptions, please.
17 for me. Cool.
Alrighty. So the night goes relatively uneventful. Kay's looking out towards the... Cass is looking out towards the river for most of the night, but thankfully Toad was up in a tree keeping a perimeter view of the area. You hear, in the middle of the night, the sounds of some shambling through the deeper part of the jungle nearby, but it doesn't look like anything noticed your camp. So it was just another uneventful evening.
As people are waking up, I'm gonna glance over at Zandala as we're packing up. Zandala,
Yes.
you say you're looking for your father, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he's my father?
You said he has not come by often, yes?
Uh-huh.
And you say... So why go looking for him now?
Because I do not get to see my father very often.
But why go into a jungle to do it?
If he's in trouble, somebody has to find him.
You suspect he's in trouble.
He's gone missing. She gestures to Cass.
Yeah. He went missing.
If he went into trouble without proper backup, then that is his own doing.
I mean,
Though
they
I
did say that...
understand his suffering is unfortunate.
Oh, that's a really grim outlook, but I respect your right to have it.
They did say he did leave with two people.
Really? What'd they look like?
Did I ever get what they looked like?
I genuinely do not remember.
Yeah, hold on, wait, let me check. Because I know I wrote stuff down, but I don't think I wrote down.
Let's see. I can make something up on the fly here that would probably sound accurate enough. He would have... Because you got this from talking to Volothamp, right?
Yeah, and I looked at where I have my Volo notes, and I don't think I have any.
Okay.
Hey.
What Volo...
Yeah,
What Volo probably had told you, and if this information doesn't coincide with what happened in episode 1, please don't at me. It's been weeks of not playing. He would have told you that, yeah, Volo, Artist Simber would have left with a guide and then an actual traveling companion that he arrived with. It was a strange-looking lizard man, is the way they described it. The lizard man was quiet, didn't talk much.
Would I know anything about this lizard man?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it was just a guide and a travel companion lizard guy.
Lizard guy. Sundala kind of like furrows her brow. It's like, I don't know anything about a lizard guy. But I'm hoping that Cass has a better idea than most people I've asked, which is why I'm sticking around with you all. Also to help Firefinger. And she kind of like thumbs up towards Azaka.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can tell you now, since we're already very far into it. The only place that I would know that he would have had some interest in is Mesro, which is where we're going after Firefinger, hopefully, if we survive.
She kind of perks up and she says, Mesro? Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
Lots of ruins, lots of artifacts.
That makes sense. Perhaps you'll find him in Mesro.
Why does it make sense?
It's a ruins. He's very interested in those things.
There can be ruins all over.
Oh, yes, the whole jungle. That's why he came to Chult.
But why Metro in particular?
It's nothing but ruins, this city. It's a holy city, so there's going to be lots of interesting things there.
Yeah.
They actually like smile a little bit. It's like, yeah, artifacts.
Artifacts.
Why Mesra, though?
It's like she said, it's an important site for the Chultan people. If he was looking for archaeological things, that would be a good place to start.
Was he looking for archaeological things?
Yeah.
Gestures to Cass again. She does the Will Smith gesture.
I know she's an archaeologist.
Yeah,
Archaeologist.
he's my mentor.
No.
He taught me all my
Zendaya.
archaeology stuff.
Yes.
I thought he just taught you your magic.
He taught me everything.
Zendela, does your interest fall further than simply his well-being? Or do you have an archaeological interest of your own?
Me? No. No, I am just looking for him.
Fascinating.
Is it?
Dear Cass,
Hmm.
do you have an opinion on what she just
I want to insight check her on if she's looking for anything or just her father.
Okay. Roll me them bones.
I would like to hop on that bandwagon.
Roll me them bandwagons.
Bandwagon.
Ah, everything's locked up again.
Nope, seems legit.
Stop it.
Mhm.
Stop locking up. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think I would do the same. I don't like
Really?
hopping on rolls, but like I think
Yay,
No, this is your thing, absolutely.
yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like trying to justify it. I was like, maybe Therion asking me a question, maybe not really want to, but no, this is important. This is something I would look into.
This isn't doing what I wanted to. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Do you want some, like, actual dice?
No. No, that sound would be awful on the glass.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Roll20 to stop locking up whenever I try and edit things. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, Valk, you get the sense that she's not telling you everything. Doesn't mean she's lying, it just means she's not giving you all of the information.
I have a feeling that you're looking for more than just your father.
Well,
That's what raise a brow.
well, what business is that? If I have a reason to see my father, then that's my business.
I mean,
I'm not saying that you don't want to see your father. What I'm saying is that there are other reasons that you want to find your father that you're not telling us.
Well, you're right. There are other reasons. I have not seen him for a long time, and there might be some bitterness and resentment for what happened to my mother because he was not there. I need closure, and not the kind of closure you're thinking of. I don't intend to kill him.
Wasn't thinking you were going to kill him.
No, but
Who
somebody
would kill their father?
Somebody would have. It always comes up that way when you say you need things like closure, and I blame him for her dying, and I just wanted to get that out in the open right now. I don't intend to kill my father.
yeah, sometimes he does need a slap to the face.
And she kind of gestures again, like, mm-hmm.
Do you have any
I think
idea?
there's more. I think there's more than just closure, but you can have your secrets.
Fine then, keep your secrets. Well, technically we are at 3 hours, guys. We can do. Well, no. If I roll something and then we random encounter, that could be a problem. But You got 3 tiles before you reach Firefinger. You want to just YOLO that shit?
YOLO.
No.
You know,
No.
yes, we want yellow
Specifically, we
nose.
wanted to go slow when we got there.
That's fair.
Okay.
No, that is fair. Yeah, you guys had a plan.
Yellow in a slow motion.
Yeah. Go slow.
Realistically, your 30 miles, probably closer to 40 if I really wanted to say that it's in this grid over here, because it's kind of overlapping them. So you're about 40 miles, so you probably could get a regular pace in and then go slow afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to see you 30 miles out in dense jungle foliage.
Especially it's misty, at least right now.
For right now, yeah. All right, so
Maybe not.
we'll pause there on a fresh day, with you guys ready to embark. But that is where we will wrap up. You guys have finally entered the jungle. Woo!
So the plan is to go normal paced one more and then go slow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Just writing that down.
And let me check something here. You can see my milestone track. I think you do level up for leaving.
To level 3?
What?
To level 3?
Stop. Just let me
Right.
find the thing. Start here. Size up. No, I want my... Here's my thingy that tells me when you guys level up.
Level 5.
Oh, yeah. Guys, just subtract levels every time she suggests something higher. You guys are -4.
Level -7.
Well, double negative, so that means you're at level 2.
That's positive, so that's level 7 then.
No, if it was -5 plus... Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
My math is
If you
unstoppable.
negative a negative, it becomes positive, and you
I'm
take the
aware.
difference.
I'm gonna be so happy when my lights come in.
Lights.
I liked seeing them, all the everything turn on.
No,
Or-
yeah, my batteries died, so one side went out, so I just turned them off. But I mean, like, my lighting lights. Because I only have the one, and it's stupid. It doesn't do what I want it to do.
We plan on getting
Well, your setup looks well.
Yeah, I noticed that one side went out, so I just turned them off.
we plan on getting like a curtain back here.
There's the macro.
To cover that.
You'll have to send pictures of your apartment. I like pictures of apartments.
Yeah, my apartment's full of crap.
Once our apartment is set up and there's less cardboard boxes everywhere,
We're at about 95%.
I was gonna say like 80%,
Mm.
but
I'm living in a single room right fucking now.
Oh, that's
my
cool.
junk. That's my other junk. I've got a full fucking cupboard worth of junk over there.
There's
When I get a fucking apartment, I'll be well good.
Here, I'll send you guys a picture of what I'm staring at.
this macro for the random encounters, like, gives a full emoted description of what you all come across. That's so cool. Like, full-on descriptions. Like, I just rolled it now. The characters encounter a band of Emerald Enclave scouts or stumble upon one of their outposts. ... So, like, these are like...
encounters a wyvern that spears one of the individuals, carries him off away.
Oh, too
120 feet in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
wait, if
Oh,
it
that's
says
cool.
or,
I'm gonna remember that. That's there. So yeah, everybody level up to 2 since you left the city, and then we will go from there next week.
just one level, just one.
Yes, hon, just one.
Hey guys, I'm officially at the certificate of adventuring.
Are you sure? friend?
Yes, hon, I'm sure. That's why I told you one. I can actually reach and boop you from here.
Isn't there any way I can convince you otherwise?
Hey, I
Not
can
on
turn
camera.
undead.
Huh?
Not on camera. Hey, you turn undead.
It's alright. You just have that affection between you guys. You'll be right.
I could angle the camera so that it's there. There you go. There's my ring light. Oh, that's cool. How the
What is your ring light? That thing is impressive.
yeah. You see how it's doing the extra ring there? Though?
Yeah.
Shay Halo.
What?
Shay's got a halo.
Wait, where? Oh.
Hey, calm down. Shay is no longer playing her paladin.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
She's not the paladin anymore. Anywho, let's get out of here, guys. Everybody say goodnight. We don't really have
Good night.
outros for this channel, but we will be back tomorrow with some of these people for Clink, for Curse of Strahd. We're getting back into that game too. Woo! So we will see you find people again. Thank you, Juan for the raid. Thank you, Rez, Stefan, and Blue Jay Prime for subscriptions tonight. Thank you, Frost, for dropping those hosts and being through the chat all day, keeping us entertained. You guys are all fabulous. We love you. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
20,000 points to make
Bye.
Telia's dog a permanent character.
20,000 points to make Telius Log a permanent character. Y'all can do it. I believe in
20,000
y'all.
channel points.
20,000 channel points. Or
Yes, I'm currently sitting on 19.9k.
or you can go ahead and drop those biddies, people in chat. Make Telius Thog a thing. We will raise...
Fucking fine. I'll get out my fucking wallet.
No, you don't have to do it. Get the chat to do it. We're going to be raiding Diesel Shot. They are playing Alien RPG, and the fine lady who runs it seemed to have a fascination with Incase's Puazi alien race, because those are NPCs/PCs going on there, and they are unapologetically into Incase, and that's just fine with me. Have a good night.
Night.